What are chips? You need to see two chips.
We've been, Joe. Let's hit for this for an hour.
Plus
we sign an NDA. We sign an NDA. Oh, can you focus too? Or should I check?
It's actually been a while since it's just been me and you.
Yeah.
And since we Dube.
Yeah, man. Oh, Dube's on the mic.
Yeah, he's got the mic on. Ne? I saw he's got a little...
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
Dube. Hey, Dube.
Anyway, you were saying something about, before I complain about me being tired, tell me about your food theory.
No. So the past, I've changed the screen up. The past 3 weeks before. How do you do times? I don't know. Maybe 2 months ago. I've been living like straight, man. Veggies, meat, fruits. And then I mix my thing here. It has like honey, lemon, turmeric, pepper. Like it balances a lot of things. Metabolism, bloating, gut. Like it helps with a lot of stuff. So take this mixture almost every day and just eat grand, no sugar. So no Mlotshwa is my favorite drink. No coffee. So no sugar. Just fruit, veg, meat.
And how was that working out? For how long were you doing that?
2 months.
And how were you
2 months. Yes, man. Superman.
Superman?
No, not Superman.
But you were here though. We were all here.
Yeah.
This is happening 2 months ago.
No, I'm Friday now. No, Friday you're enjoying. No, Friday, yeah. There's no...
Okay, keep
going.
Friday
I'm here. No.
Okay.
I will not dispute the Friday one because there's evidence, man. It's here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, it solved a few things. We would shit, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 4 in a week. Before I didn't shit, man. It would take time to take a shit. Maybe once a week, you know?
You were shitting once a week?
Yeah. Once a week.
Now you're shitting 3-4 times a week.
Yeah, it's an improvement, you know?
It's a great improvement. That's X amount.
Yeah. The things you say on podcast. Now we're talking about my shit.
I take 2 shits a day.
Dope.
Every morning.
You might have a problem. Dube, is that normal?
Yeah.
2 shits a day?
Yeah.
God damn it. Oh, it's
morning poop, evening poop.
Okay.
Your body has to get it out, bro.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it improved.
Because women poop like once a week. A lot of women, they digestive system. That's why they're full of shit, bro.
No.
Women are full of shit.
The women I know poop.
I mean, once a
day.
No. A lot of
you're saying most women?
No, I won't say.
No, yes.
I was stupid. But I know so many women. I don't get it like my comment. They take a shit once a week, and my theory is they are full of shit. That's why you must get it out, bro. You know, at least 1 poop a day.
I can't believe you just said that.
You must take 1 poop a day. How many times do you poop?
4 times, 3 times a day.
What?
3-4 times a day. Yeah, 3-4 times a day, bro.
I wanna see me.
Why is that funny?
You can do. No, that's not right.
I don't understand, bro. 1 in the morning,
Yes.
Yeah, your morning poop.
Afternoon.
and then post gym, I'll take another one.
Take another poop.
Yes.
And then?
Okay.
And then somewhere in the afternoon, something abuma 2-3 there, I'll have another one.
Nah.
And then later, before kill.
Yeah.
And night poop.
Yeah.
I know, like 4. I know, chief.
4.
Because you pushing you almost 30 kakas a week.
Yeah.
Amen.
He's not full of shit. That's why he's a cool dude.
Oh, that's why he's a cool dude.
He's a cool dude.
Anyway, so go back to your food.
Yeah. So I grand. So I've always known that food is the thing, man. With every single disease, it's linked to lifestyle and the shit we eat, whether it's diabetes or whatever.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, I was like,
you look like 4.
So 2 weeks ago, I was like, no, man, prove this theory even more. This food thing. Yeah. Then I went to factory settings, Baba. Back to coffee, back to more fire, back to eating like shit. Whatever I want to eat now, junk food, take away. Swale, yo.
And how you feeling now?
I'm feeling like shit, man. I'm bloated.
Back to 1 poop a week.
Definitely back to. I'm bloated. I've got a headache. I can't concentrate, man.
Yeah, no, look, there's so much, but within that, there's also danger. With the food thing, I think it's more science than anything.
Sure.
Because I have had many friends who eat healthy, but the quantity, like for example, you eat a banana. Nothing wrong, banana's healthy. But if you're gonna eat like 10 bananas, bro,
Yeah.
then you're gonna find yourself in problems.
Sure.
You know, it's almost like fruit juice. People don't understand the amount of sugar in
Yes.
fruit juice because they see it's 100% pure. But like, I don't think it was meant for how many oranges would it take to get into a glass of fruit juice?
I don't know. It's quite a lot, no?
I don't know, 10 or something.
Sure.
Let's just say
Yeah.
15. I don't think it was meant for you to eat 15 oranges.
Yeah.
You know, the sugar content is too high. That's why there's that fiber, the roughage, so that after one, max 2 oranges is so great. So Tina, we overdo things in the name of health. You know, there's a quantity in which you should have nuts. You know, even if you buy a packet of naan, they'll say they serves 2. Tina, so shalo packet of manj, you know, so then you start realizing what we say is healthy.
Yeah.
My peanuts
Sure.
are drenched in salt. We eat the servings of 4 or 5 people, and then we're shocked. Why are we not losing weight? Why are we so bloated? Why are we? Yeah, bro, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the guys that are eating let's say the unhealthy food, papa, you know, curry, those are unhealthy food. But then mashay construction.
Yeah, of course as well, yeah.
And then you look and you say, well, for the energy that they are utilizing, the calories they are consuming, it balances. When udla obhanana bayi-10 amakinati udla mayithaphe engaka ye-plain yogurt mase uyahlala phambi kwekhompyutha, and then you're shocked why you're getting fat.
Sure.
So I agree fully with the lifestyle. I agree fully because I struggle with sleep. So I'll sleep like I'll sleep at like 11 or more. Caesar would have never told me this.
That's why he takes 4 shits. He wasn't gonna tell you. He's just a shit every day.
Yes. He's a shitaholic.
Shitist. Shit.
Sure. Anyway, what was I saying?
Sleep.
I struggle with sleep. So I'll sleep at like, let's say 11, half 10, 11 on average. And then I'll wake up at about 1:30. And then I'll chill for like another 2 hours. 1:30, 3:30, maybe 4. Then I'll kill her again.
Why have you found out why?
I wake up and I eat and I just chill. Like I wake up, you see how I feel now?
Sure.
That's how I feel. I'll sleep for 2 hours, wake up. Ngiqale phansi boy. Mhlambe makungekho ukudla ngizoshaya ngithosa amaqanda. Ngiqalela phansi. Ngibilisa amanzi, ngenze isinkwa netiye, ngihlale phansi ngibuka upopayi. Start again. For 2 hours. This is from like 1:30 to about 3:30, 4 o'clock. I'm up. How you see me now?
Sure.
That's how I'm up. If there was a 24/7 gym, I'd probably go to gym. And then at 4, my body starts feeling a bit groggy, pass out, and then 6, I'm up again. And I'm up. But I'm not working at my optimum, but it's almost like my body's adjusted to it, but I'm not optimum. You know, and I try the sleeping pills and the melatonins and the making sure with the room is dark, and my body wakes up at that time every time.
Stress?
Probably. My demon.
Yeah. You're thinking a lot.
I can't switch off.
Do you dream?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you...
Exactly.
What do you find this? Why?
No.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no, I struggle with that.
Yeah.
Because I can't switch off. So I'm a light sleeper. I get there's light sleepers and there's deep sleepers, yeah. So I'm a light sleeper. So I'm constantly thinking. So I
can literally hear my kids turning in their beds when they're sleeping.
Yeah, you're a light sleeper, Jam.
They're sleeping upstairs. I can hear them turning. I can hear them go to, oh, he's about to get off his bed and walk downstairs. I can pick that up.
Yeah.
I can hear the different barks. Like, okay, the dogs are barking for the security. The dogs are barking because there's a car leaving.
Sure.
I'm so sensitive.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so sensitive. You know, the thing is that I switch off in my car like, nah.
Yeah. That's when you sleep.
No, I can hear, and then my body goes.
Or you're a deep sleeper when the child is crying.
Yeah, when the child is crying. Because I first have to hear which low, we are move, low my move.
Yeah.
And then I'm a deep sleeper.
I even turn the other way. My color, just to make sure what they would learn, he can help. So I just reviewed. That's what I do. Once I hear that you
the baby's making sound. The moment I hear that baby sound, I just start breathing heavy.
Then I say,
yeah, I'm done. Don't wake me up.
That's when I turn.
So, a question. So you did this clean diet.
Yeah.
Why did you go back into shitty diet?
I just needed to prove to myself one more time. Just one more time.
Do you like
is it really real?
Sure. Yeah. If you could add high intensity training.
Sure.
Not high time. It could be 30 minutes. It could be.
Sure. No.
Oh.
First.
Sure.
Fire. You need to phone in all more gating. Yeah. Okay. Sharp. But I shall pay all more gating because I shall podcast, Sharp. How does Mlotshwa?
If you could add that into the equation.
Sure.
And get fit like lungs.
Okay.
Cardio fit. Not to fit low as it cardio fit. It'll change your life, bro.
Serious.
The reason why I think I can function is because I'm a lot fitter now. So even if I'm sleeping 4 hours a day, but because I'm a relatively fit guy,
sure,
my body can keep going.
Okay.
Add that 30 minutes high intensity, whether it's squat, push up, sit up, squat, push up, sit up, squat, push up, sit up. 30 minutes. We are yeah, boy. 30 minutes. 30 minutes in July, China.
Sure. Break our 30 seconds in. Nyabuza. I'm a beginner. When I know season up there.
The high intensity and the high intensity season are fine.
No, I'm just saying.
So if you guys were to both do 30 minutes sprinting up and down, but Caesar will do 100, you will do 50, and that's okay.
Oh.
100 meters.
I expose it cool. And the ratio.
If Caesar did 100,
yes,
you wouldn't get to 50.
Okay. It's okay. Yeah. Do you now fit outside 2 tables of the shot 60?
Never.
No, that I need to arrange.
Mara season can call. I see. Since I saw my young charm, I'm not sure I'm more security. We have the leg channel, only 220. I see you sell out this season.
Caesar cycles for 2 hours every day at gym, and then he still goes out on the road. It's mean that
is not normal.
No, it's not normal.
Yeah.
But people don't understand when you'll say like you cycle, they'll also think they can cycle like you cycle.
Yeah.
In the sense of, you're sitting on a bike for 2 hours. I can sit on a bike for 2 hours.
Sure.
Then you say, okay, let's go to cradle. Let's go. They don't know what's going to happen to their body, bro. Yeah. Your body's going to shut down.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. 2018.
But we'll share something.
No, when I was doing the 947.
Yeah.
My body just seized up. It locked. Squaling out by skin of West
What share before?
Nah, 947, I put my tequila on the road. No, but I've done it so many times before. And you do it as a vibe, because I always do it as a charity. I'm part of a charity cycle crew.
Sure.
It's always a vibe. You go there, you catch some beers, someone you're Brian, you go, you eat some. And we're not doing it for time, but we're doing it as a group, and again, we're raising money for charity. It's always a good cause. And this one, it was that hot day. When was it? There was one 2018, 2019, where it was like the hottest day in Joburg recorded in like 10 years. And I wasn't doing a good job at hydrating water. I was doing a good job at hydrating the beers.
During that on that day.
On the cycle.
Wait, man.
How, Chief?
How?
What are you on about?
God damn. Sure.
So it's one of those things where with the charity, it's fun. People dress up somewhere, somewhere. Yeah, the guys that are serious, they already left in the morning. They're gone. They forget about them. Yeah, when it's uphill, we get off our bikes and push them. Like we're not, no one's trying to be anything. And that day, I think so. What had happened leading up the weekend before the 947, it was Josie 10s.
Okay.
That's 10-man rugby. and it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I did Josie 10s and I played every game, you know, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I don't have a road bike, so I haven't trained for the 947. But because I've done it like 5 times before, I'm like, it's okay. I end up getting, I still go to gym Monday, Tuesday. I get my bike on that Wednesday. So I didn't decide to go for like 5 hours or just to get my bum ready. Because if you haven't sat on, you need time on the saddle. I do that and then I do the short sprints on the Thursday, Friday. I rest Saturday, Sunday 947.
Yeah.
Body shuts down, boy. Sweet. Kidneys. I'm a cramp, boy. That was the first time I ever, and first and last I ever had morphine. In the ambulance. Shani morphine. Oh, boy. What a beautiful.
You were locked properly.
What a beautiful drug.
Is it?
Oh, boy. I was crying. I was crying, like because I passed out, né? And then next thing I'm in the ambulance and I'm crying. I'm a crampy boy. Like I look like my muscles were like alien. And I'm screaming. And then English they call it, hey brah, hey relax brah, relax.
Paramedic,
relax brah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's wrong with you? Relax. And I'm
Yeah.
and I got phone ukungibamba because yazi mawuphenika. Mun bayikubambe ngibamba now.
Oh,
and
okay.
Mbamba.
Hey, was as a tough or bowling on an up that time?
Hayi phela mina kade ngiyitough mina.
Sure.
So again, I'm screaming and I'm crying. Hey, you say, hey, bro, hey, get that guy out, get some morphine. Yeah. And then I have to sign, I can't sign. So he says, do you consent? I was like, fuck yes.
Sure.
I'm crying. Do something. Boy, a fucking good trip. So I wake up, I've already got a trip on.
God damn.
Yeah, but because I'm dehydrated. That's why I'm cramping the way I'm cramping. So I've already got a trip on. Boy, fuck, boy.
Halala.
Oh, boy, it just felt like, fuck.
Technology. Science.
I'm feeling like, can I call my mom?
Oh.
That the phone, I'll video call her. But I'm saying, yeah.
I mean, ambulance.
Come greet my mother. Tell her.
This is my mother. Do you know what happened?
And it's like, Ma, don't be. We're going to Banban. Yeah. He was in a thingy, but he's fine. He's not injured. We've checked his eyes, his brain, everything is functioning. He's like this because he's drunk, because we gave him a drug called morphine. Okay. Okay. Oh, it was the best. I realized, Guti, I've got an addictive personality.
Okay.
If I had access to that shit, it'll be over. It would be over. I'd be hooked, finished. I would sell my soul every day because it was so amazing, bro. It literally took every problem that I had at that time away. Now you think about the state of the country, the poverty. That's why we addicted to alcohol, to whatever. Because some of it numb, some of it take it away. That drug made me just...
What relax, Antonam?
Oh boy. My fingers phela ayaphela impahla.
Back to the pain.
Makushanga mamabilo, me and my bito lidle
Mabile.
Yeah, Zaka.
Phuza boma 4 wenze next bro. Canda phela to na honest. Abazi honest. Kinka wena.
Amara, now you put your body through like proper shock, bro. You put your body through shock properly.
Okay, so this is going to be an extreme take when it comes to gym. And I've actually fucked up my elbow.
Yeah.
Ne? And the only reason why I'm wearing this is because I've got a Transact pad. And, sometimes it peels off. So part of me believes that I have to put myself through it at gym. Like, if I punish myself at gym, like if I really go through it, the day becomes so much easier.
Okay.
Like it's almost like if, let's say, you are training for a 10K race.
Yeah.
And you spend 3 months just running 20Ks. Constantly 20Ks. By the time you get to your 10K race, it will be a lot easier. Mm-hmm. I used to say the same thing when I used to coach boys go rugby. We're going to train twice as hard so that the game becomes easy. And I felt that with gym. Muguti, if it wasn't for how I approach business, how I approach gym, how I approach that, like with that aggressive over, I feel like life would fold me, bro. Because life is fucking tough. And every now and again, I'll bust my elbow and I'll be out for 6 weeks, or my knee or my Achilles. I feel like that's the cost. That's the payment. It's like if you want to be very rich from a business, there's a payment, which is family.
You have to.
There's always something that you need to pay. You know, if you want to cycle, you spend how much money just servicing your bike, bro.
But what's the reward for you going that extreme regimen?
No, mental. It's all about mental.
Okay.
So it's all about. So for me, gym is mental. That is what it is.
Sure.
So whether if there's no weights now, December, it's swimming, and that's what I'm doing. I'm swimming. So it has nothing to do with the body. It has everything to do with the mind. There's something about Jobang squat 200. If I go down, my demons are trying to keep me down.
Sure.
Put 200 kgs on your back and go down. It feels like your spine is coming out of your arsehole, bro. And you're sitting and now you're saying, I need to go up. I'm a demon pants. Gravity, everything. Life is just the heaviest at that moment.
Yeah.
And now you need to convince yourself somehow.
Ukuthi you are untswembu.
Ukuthi kumele nginyuke. While the weight of the world is saying, awindawo msunu wakho.
Sure.
That mental, because as much as the demons are, you have to activate and unlock your own darkness. There's a darkness that you have to tap into. If you've ever done like a marathon long distance where your body shuts down and you are running a 42K and you get to the 35K mark and your body says, I'm done. Your body's no longer there. It's just your mind. It's just your mind running that last 7K.
Who's gonna carry the boats?
Who's gonna fucking carry the boats?
Yes.
So going there, it's literally you talking to the demons within you. I'm not a bitch. I'm not a bitch. I'm gonna go. Fuck you. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna go. Which I check at 36Ks. Okay. Like I'm the 38Ks. Fuck you. I'm not. But it's 40K. 2 more Ks. Your body goes, we can do this. Fuck that. Umzimba, you bleeding. You know, if you've ever run a marathon, you know you get nipple rash and you start bleeding. You start chafing. Your body whatever the case is, but your mind is saying, "Fuck that, I'm going."
I wonder. You know why I'm thinking about what is the reward? Because what you're speaking about, I want to try almost apply it to, especially Amachita, just to their day-to-day existence. What is it? What is it about them that they're not pushing themselves to that extent that they go to the most comfortable thing? You know, the brain is under pressure. It always goes to the easiest answer, which is, fuck, let me just give up.
No,
eating challenge.
I've got a perfect answer for you because I speak to people like this all the time. It's people have always been exposed to comfort. You look at people and you assume that they come from toughness, or you assume that they come from a silver spoon because kulema suburb. But you don't know the fire that they were exposed to. You know, they might have grown up in the suburbs, but they were neglected as a child. So they've always had to fight for their space in the sun.
Sure.
Yeah, one. Or even though kulekasi kube bathi bemspoila ngopholoni, shango pholoni ngaka. Yeah, one no 2 slice, shabamnandi. And his life became comfortable.
Okay.
For some of us, we've always known what it's like outside of comfort. Therefore, we've always been chasing that comfort. But it never comes.
It will never come.
You know, so if you're squatting 200 kgs, you want to get to a point where you're comfortable squatting with 200 kgs.
Yeah, so for 400 or 300 or whatever, sure.
But then you keep chasing. It's almost like having money in the bank. You're like, yo, I just want a nest egg. If I can just have 20K, I'll feel comfortable in my savings. Get 20K and see. You get 20K in your bank account, it will feel like you have 200 rand.
Yeah.
You can get 200K. Once you acclimatize your body, that 200K will feel like $20.
Yeah, you know what you're saying is so true because, you know, and that one thing that Caesar has over me, just the idea of appreciating that I have this at the lowest base and I'm just, okay, I don't have to chase too much. Like, why must I want 10 million? Why must I 50 million?
He's lying fucking through his teeth. He's lying and it shows.
But wait, let me say, no, maybe what I'm saying could be, Caesar could say it differently because I'm speaking about him because he's here. But wait, let me say then you'll repart, man. It to be incorrect, Caesar, let me say then you'll correct me.
No, I heard what you said. All I think
accurate that
for me it's a thing of where I am what I have where I am will get me by. Doesn't mean I don't have ambition for more.
Yes, that's why I wanted him to explain it
You
better.
understand?
Yes, yeah.
So it doesn't help me to want more when I don't have the more, or when I'm not in a place or in a
But
position.
you do want the more. That's the ambition.
Absolutely, bro.
Okay.
Like, young Tony, it's like even the lifestyle I live, I have to live it at a certain level. But if I can up it, I'd love to up it. I'd love to be in a place where I don't think about flipping the cost of gym. You understand?
Yeah,
I'd
sure.
love to be able to gym all around the country, but I can't. I have to be confined to one gym because it costs a certain amount of money. But I'm not going to get myself into a place now because I don't function grinding stress. That's one thing I know about myself.
Yeah.
So when I get to a place where I'm starting to stress and think about almost like variables that are beyond or things that haven't happened, that's when I start to default into a place where I'm not at my best.
When you're stressed and you focus on it.
So what I'm saying is,
Chase stress.
I'd
never chase
I'd
stress.
rather deal with things that are in front of me than to deal with things that I don't know,
Yes, unknowns.
because
Sure,
they're
sure.
unknowns. You understand?
But
So-
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm also envious of that shit. I'm fucking jealous of that shit. I chase demons, bro.
Yes!
I live anxious 24/7. I am the most insecure, stressed, wound up, anxiety person.
No.
So-
It's not to say that those things don't exist for me.
Yeah.
I'm saying I exert a lot of my energy to try and keep those things away.
Got you.
You understand?
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Dube's a liar.
No, you. Okay, let's hear why do you say
Fucking,
that?
he's stressed like all of us, boy.
No, I've seen him.
I don't think you heard what I said. I'm not saying I'm not stressed.
Say you take your energy, so that you try not to be stressed.
So let me put it to you this way, right?
I put it to you.
Guna scenarios. So I've been in a scenario where I had a partner, and because people like to think ahead and plan for the future. Hey man, what if we had a child?
Got you.
How would you feel? I was like, I don't know how I'd feel.
Fair.
And that thing caused such a big fight between us because I said I don't know. Whereas I was supposed to come up with some kind of answer. And I was like, I don't
Excited,
have.
happy.
Yeah, it's like I don't have the child right now. How am I supposed to respond to a scenario that's not here before me?
But you could have hypothetically said.
And say what? I'd be happy?
I could be happy.
All I said to her is, would have the child.
Because I know that if I won the lotto, I would be happy.
Yes, look, all of those things are true. But it's
Yeah.
like, then I can't tell you beyond that. Because now you're looking for a very qualitative answer.
No, she was looking for a specific answer.
Yes.
For her.
For her.
That's why I'm saying,
her.
I'd
Yeah.
rather not bother myself with what ifs
I live,
a lot of the
I
time.
live in my head. I live in my head and I hate it. I hate it. But again, it goes back to what you're saying. It's why Intwanening don't have that we have.
Yeah.
It's they comfortable, bro. You know, if you're living in your mom's house with DSTV, yes, you have aspirations, but it's not like Isanda Sako says Stofin. You know, if you woken up every day at 1 o'clock in the morning by your demon saying, Chief, you're a fucking puss. Hey boy, it's stuff 6 Isanda stay you have to move, bro. I came in here and I was pitching in the morning when I came and I was tired. And we've spoken about this so many times with you doing the Friday evening.
Yeah.
After a long week.
Yeah.
You know, it's tiring. Long week. And today we're shooting on a Thursday. But then again, I'm explaining that I sleep from 11 to 1. Then I'm up again for 2-3 hours. Then again, I'm tired. I have to wake up. I have to go do drop-offs in the morning. I have a full day of work, you know, and I work in a space where I know everybody's space is stressful, but my space is, everybody's so demanding. Give me. What can I get? So you work in that space and then now it's evening, but we're still doing this.
Sure.
You know, there's no salary that we pull from this.
Yeah.
You know, but we're doing this on a Thursday. How many guys who are watching this want the podcast, want the platform, want ambition, né?
Sure.
But actionables are not putting in the work.
Yes.
That's the hard part, you know. So people will say, Ulungelo was saying, hey, he likes your legs, but he's not cycling fucking 4 hours a day. So it just becomes a want.
Sure.
And they've mixed the word ambition for want. So they become stuck in that. They have these dreams, they have these wants with no real deadlines, with no real drive, with no real action, and you go forward.
I find that intwana zenyaupe will do whatever it takes for a high. Even if you're challenged, and I'm not condoning it, obviously.
Yeah.
Because you got stupid people who's like, I hate shooting podcasts now, yes. I won't lie. I'm not going to say I'm bored.
Do you know, and I get him in police.
Yeah.
It's not that I hate shooting podcasts. Do you know what I hate? I hate those people, and it's a double-edged sword because they put us out there and get followers, but it's also they cut the clip in such a way where even I wonder by the time you cleaned up, you're not condoning.
Say cut. I mean, these things are bit as
also cutting a party, a project TikTok. And then by the time someone sends it to me 2 weeks later, then there's sitting on like 800,000.
That's a problem.
I want to like, what the fuck were you thinking, Penson? What is this guy is stupid. Hey,
No, for sure.
This guy's mother didn't raise him well.
Yeah, I mean, it's boring, man. Because if people really wanted like authentic, when there's no cameras, once they're off, that's when we actually hit, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
but this is as close as
for sure. Nyaupe kids, what we need to study them in terms of their level of ambition for a high, and figure out what is it that they have that the ordinary person is not a Nyaupe, but is not willing to do what it takes. Like, what is it? Is it they want the high, and we need to unpack what the high does to this person. Whereas the normal person could be your high, you're fighting to get out of the hood. What should we put you in? A 5-star hotel, a 5-star home, where you see that it's actually this thing that I'm dreaming of, it's here. And if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can reach
chemicals, bro. It's chemicals. Because you hit that drug, whatever it is, and the dopamine reaction is at a certain level. And when you come off it, you're at a certain low. So when you hit it, you're at a high that you've never experienced. When you off it, you're at a low that you haven't experienced.
Sure.
And I think the reason why a lot of people, their lives are so mundane and boring. Their highs are this high, their lows are this low. So their high is a matter of uma mufike namaviana. Yabona fika namaviana nama-rolls, sengizidla ama-hot dog. That's the high. The low is yours out of your ram.
Sure.
That's their life. That's the high, that's the low. That's the high, that's the low. You're working in that band. You don't know what it's like to shoot up there. Your chemicals don't know.
Sure.
If you look at kids, if you look at the games, Instagram, what, the FIFA games that they play, the dopamine levels are at a crazy level. You know, I think we also at times underestimate the power of chemicals and hormones in the body.
Sure.
I'll give you an example. We'll all say we love money, or we'll say, oh, we love sex.
Sure.
As an example. There's degrees to it because there's guys that are buying sex.
Yeah.
There's guys that are stealing sex in terms of rape. You know, there's degrees of how much you're controlled by this hormone. You know, how much you're controlled by this
Some
drive
niggas don't support their families for sex.
for sex.
Yeah.
You know, how much it
Guys side chicken.
yeah, but he does all these things for the sex because that's what he is driven by. That's the dopamine urge that he's chasing.
Sure.
And I think what social media and media in general has done is rewired our brain. What drugs do is that they rewire your brain. I'm one of those people who are a victim of it because it's hard for me to go out in a social setting without alcohol. So if I'm at a pub or if I'm at a braai, it's not as fun if I'm not having a beer, if I'm not having a drink of something. But it's still the same people, it's still the same conversation, you know. So again, you're addicted to that feeling, that chemical imbalance. You're addicted to something. And I think that's what should be studied, the dopamine.
Okay.
You know, one more thing. if you look at in the US, what happened when they started banning alcohol, not alcohol, cigarettes.
Okay.
So Marlboro was one of the leading companies in cigarettes advertising. They stopped advertising, and then they started putting that label with it's bad for your health. What a lot of the investors did is that they moved into the food industry. And when they moved into the food industry, they moved into the fast food industry. And they took the same psychologists that were trying to they were telling you, Guti, a man smokes some Marlboro cigarettes in order to be a man. And they moved them over to start your morning with some Kellogg's cornflakes. You know, type of mindset. Bull brand that we have in South Africa. So many young kids at that time thought Guti Mawli pull brand was about indoda.
Exactly.
You know, pull brand. Like you having the offcuts, the ears and the fucking toes, and now you think it's about indoda because you're eating fucking the most reject type of fake meat ever. Or I'm a man because in Pussy Black Label. More reward at the end of the day. So those type of psychological
fucking clip rift always being there for you, Lobola. Hey, I'm now to not limit.
The clip is the fish eagle. Yeah, fish eagle. So you always have that psychological part because a lot of those guys at the highest level understand, mess with their chemicals, we've got them. Mess with the chemicals, we've got them. We've got them on lock. Fuck them.
No, something nje marketing nje mnandi nje babulele.
Hey dog, that's the world I live in, bro. Marketing is the world I live in, and I've realized we're all just victims of fucking brainwashing. That's literally what it is. The way you dress, someone had to influence you. The way that you move, we're just victims of that. You know, we are victims of our environment, right? So our environment is not just limited to the physical neighborhood, but your environment is also speaking to what you are consuming in terms of the food. You know, if you grew up in Limpopo versus growing up in Free State, the diet has changed.
It's
What you listen to on the radio, Limpopo versus what you listen to Kozo, so you could it's different, and that environment molds and shapes you. You know, so it's very, very different. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. Sizo, how do I work on my stress, bro?
I don't know, bro. All I was
you
saying,
and you see but
no,
I told you, boy.
I must take more shit.
Caesar's got a superpower, boy.
look, I don't think it's a superpower, and I don't think it's unique to anyone. It's just when you understand your own personality at some point, then I think then you must try and either compensate for some things better. I'm the kind of person that hates panic. So even that energy around me, I hate it because it's like, but we can try and get a solution if we just, because sometimes I find that people will panic, and because they don't see you in a panic, in their minds, that particular problem is not urgent. And it's like, okay, but you're panicking and you might miss something that solves this thing quicker. So we might end up losing time because we're panicking. Whereas if we just breathe, we find the solution, we move, you know? So I figured that I'm that kind of person that doesn't like a frantic vibe, that doesn't like a panic kind of energy. So I'd rather than just not to say I don't experience stress. I experience stress, bro. Just like anyone else.
Sure.
Yeah, bro. So when that happens, I'm like, okay. What's the best thing to do? Burn off some energy also. Like the gym thing. Helps a lot. Get in gym, sweat a hell of a load. Get into the sauna, just chill there. And it's that mind game thing again, where you're just like, don't be a dwes, bro. Don't be a dwes. Sit here, until you reach the limit where you're like, okay, at least to some degree push it. It'll register in the mind. It's okay. I might not have like maybe hit the 40-minute mark, but I was at 28 minutes. Okay, cool.
It's better than two weeks ago. Yeah.
You understand what I mean? And then it's like, okay, cool, sharp. For today, I can tick off a box and say, I know I've exerted myself in some kind of way. There was an effort spent, sharp. That for me matters than ukuthi ngihlale sometimes ruminate. You know? Because I've been in those situations before I could clearly figure out okay, actually this thing doesn't work for me. The sitting and then the mind works. I'm an overthinker because also angisomuntu okhuluma kakhulu. You understand? So you can imagine.
And I overthink.
But now imagine someone who doesn't talk a lot and overthinks.
Yeah.
So there are hundreds and thousands of scenarios that can go through your mind.
Sure.
At a time. Ingqondo ingaqambela amanga mfethu. Quite a lot. Yeah. So if you sit with it, ungayijuta into a situation where you think, fuck, actually my life is not worth fuck all. You know what I mean? And that for me, I feel like is a dangerous place to be. I'm more of an incremental person. So I know how to see the very small details in things. Even with progress, I'm like that. Yabo? So it's not that mhlampe I don't experience stress. No, bro.
No, I hear you. I think you're right. Namang tatazel. I don't tatazel. I think tatazeling is a very feminine thing. Well, Miss Pamela said tatazel. Oh, song is getting a pants we wardrobe.
Oh, senzeni.
I for sec.
Senzeni.
Maybe die.
Ufuna senzeni mfethu? I mean I would run, man.
No, I don't tatazel, but I get very stressed. You know, but I agree with you. It doesn't help when there's a panic.
I mean,
Now you're panic.
Was it last week? Kawuma 9 p.m. lapha endlini. What is it? Brother-in-law wabiza ntwana lesi. Ushapa uza dikotlolo yabona izitsha. So after some time Caesar yabona kanti by the sink phansi lapha amanzi ayaphuma yabona.
Pipe disconnected.
Pipe disconnected. No, one of those silver pipes. I don't know. I forgot what they're called. It's niplinyana. So maybe So mina cause mina vela ngitatazela mina. Yabona? Kunamanzi. When you wash the dishes, my mind is not registering. No, man. If you go outside over la manzi, it will solve the thing. Yeah, now we take tatazela. Amanzi lapha phezulu. Sengiwakhipha ngepacket. I'm like, wait, man, why is this water still? Why is it still? After maybe 5 seconds, get man, fuck them. And now I will talk. Stop a little. Yes, I was pissed off at myself, man. I'm like, no, man.
Bro, I'm tatazeli, bro. Sure. Yeah. Like if there's one thing, like I might be stressed and scared internally. But in the sense of Gucci, is panic.
Yeah.
Bro. And I've been in some very painful and dark spaces. Sure. Where you just you're scared. You want to shit yourself. But like on the outside, you're like, no. I'm a cheater in Jalo. I can't, bro. I can't.
That's dancing. That's not that.
Alas. You know, like it's crazy because as you were speaking, in my mind, I'm thinking about so many things. You're speaking about if you have that stress, you almost want to burn excess energy, and that's where the gym comes in. And then when you spoke about the gym, you spoke about the mental achievements, such as the sauna, you know. And it's so crazy because you'll speak to a lot of these kids that are saying they're stuck.
Yeah.
And a lot of them listen to Dr. Jordan Peterson. He said, make your bed, you know. And I've always been a component like, fuck your bed. But like, fuck making your bed. Like, as fuck making your bed. Oh. As an analogy of what Jordan Peterson is saying, which at least you've won one thing. And the reason why I say that, obviously I'm not talking like literally making your bed now. I feel like you can't measure, that incremental growth that you spoke about making your bed. Versus if he had said, start the day with as many push-ups as you can.
I get that analogy
Hey, man,
because
I get what Peter's saying.
I get it. I get it. I'm saying a better. I'm going to say I get it's better than lying in bed and feeling sad for yourself.
Yeah.
100%. I'm talking about the incremental growth. I think what gets you unstuck is the incremental growth.
Yeah.
Whereas, let's say something like making your bed, it may at times seem nebulous because I've made it, and then at night it's broken again. And I've made it, and then so there's no a scene down.
Yeah.
Whereas if you are taking something like you said, your goal is 40 minutes in the sauna, now you're at 28 minutes.
Yeah.
And then in a month's time, you're at 35 minutes. And then by the time period December, you're like, I actually hit my goal. There's incremental growth there. And there's lessons in learning how to take one step in front of the other. But things like ukugezizitsha, ukushanyela, those are great chores. I'm not saying don't do your chores. But in terms of the mental lessons for me personally, in terms of teaching you growth, because I think you're stuck. In terms of teaching you growth, I don't think anything beats gym, bro. I don't think anything beats.
look,
No, if
and
you're
I
stuck.
think Mkampe, gym makes sense for you because it's something that you're also good at.
Now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can see the benefits. But for someone who can be stuck and wallowing in a space that Mkampe is also like a mental hurdle. Abaklini, izitsha the laundry is dirty.
Thank you.
All of those things become like a domino effect in their life.
Fully agree.
That's true.
You understand?
I fully agree.
So then it does matter that they get up, do their bed.
Moving,
They've
get
slept,
into
wash-
motion.
yeah.
Wash something, brush your teeth.
You understand?
Yeah, I fully agree.
So then I think then your mind also clicks into a thing yokuthi kunezinto engizenzayo to like stay
Sorry,
in a
I
clean
think
sort of
my
space. I don't
mistake
know.
is I should have gave more context. So I speak to kids who are doing those things.
Yes.
Ne? So it's not like Rashid Darwin hasn't. It's not a person who's depressed. It's a person who's stuck.
Yeah.
So depression speaks to more of a person who he's what. I'm talking about a person who's stuck and saying, look, I'm trying, I don't know how to get out. So in that, for me, it's the incremental growth. Whether you're reading,
Yeah.
whether you're reading, because you can know that you're on page 5. Now I'm on page 20. Now I'm on page 30. Now I'm on page 100. There's growth in that. And then there's lessons, because if you read enough, whether you want to or not, you will change.
Yes, it'll open you up to different
Whether you
ideas.
want to or not, you will start changing. It's like Mlotshwa. You're like, oh, fuck it, I don't care. The moment you try push up every day for the next 100 days, umzimba wakho uzoshintsha automatically, and the change of your body, whether you want to admit it, whether you think on it or
It'll
not,
happen.
people will start treating you differently. So if you're reading, because you're stuck and you're reading, and that incremental growth, your vocabulary changes, the way you approach problems changes, all of a sudden people start treating you different.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the fact that you've been submitting your CV, after 6 months of reading, you look at the CV and you're like, oh, putting spell September wrong. All of a sudden you start realizing there's no flow. You're like, all of a sudden you realize when you go to this interview, this person will ask you this question, you wouldn't even understand because of it. Now because you read, there's growth. And people are scared of the teething pains of growth, because you didn't start at cycling 4 hours a day. That's not where you started, bro.
Yeah.
That's not where you started. We didn't start in anything as a baby,
Yeah.
You're a fucking tadpole before you get somewhere. And I think that's what gets you unstuck, and that's what gets you into closer to your dreams and ambitions. Is the, as you said it, the incremental growth, the incremental progress. And you said, no matter how small it is.
Yeah.
So that's why I always say to guys that are stuck with guys, what is it that you are doing on the daily that we can measure in 6 months' time?
What you're saying is so true, because there's some podcast I was watching about writing for movies, drama series and whatnot. And I was at Spielberg, I forgot who it was. Yeah. One of these big directors in the USA. And they said, that, and they said that if you're a writer, write a sentence every day. So you say you're writing a script. I think it was Tarantino. He said, write
When you have writer's block.
Yeah. Whether you've got writer's block or not. Let's say you're writing a drama series or a 24-minute whatever. And it's still in the development stage. It's not greenlit. You're still developing it by yourself. It's still you in your room. Write, even if it's just a comma on that day, and leave it. But you must practice this thing on a daily basis. You can't just like, no, this week I'm going to take a break. It's like, nah, dude. Every flippant day, write a sentence, change a character, do something, twist the story, go to the end, put it in the beginning. But you must dedicate every single day of your life to writing something. And you were just saying a sentence every day. And when you think of that, it's a thing of like what you guys do. You guys have to go to the gym every day. Even if I was there for 15, shit, I did something.
Yeah.
And I think most people, they get stuck with the fact that they are not constantly doing something that they want to do on a daily basis. So if you, I don't know, you want to be a DJ, Ndwana, shaya, it mix Ndwana, even if it's like for 10 seconds on that day, but don't break from it. And I think that's what separates the great guys and just average people.
I was looking at Usol Penduga and how he's getting booked. Do you remember like 2 years ago how he do those Instagram lives before he started? And like you'd go in there and there'd be like 7 people on his Instagram live.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, okay. And you'd say, I'm picking up this DJing thing. And this guy is doing like now 10 gigs a week.
Yes.
And you're like, and again, it's not like he was maybe DJing when he felt like it. This guy, like basically the whole 2021, every day he'd do an Instagram live for an hour of him DJing.
Yeah.
Without no gigs. And you look at it and you go into incremental growth. Because I say to kids, it's beautiful. I'm not saying don't fucking wash dishes, and that's not what I'm saying for those that might miss it. I'm saying it's hard for us to measure you making your bed and you washing dishes over 6 months. However, if we say you write a sentence every day, every day you write a sentence. After 6 months, I say the same thing in sales. I say just because they're like, oh, we do so many proposals. I just want you to just send me one a day. Just send me one. It doesn't matter who you send it to. Just you write it down to who you send it to. But no. You know, I know you've got 20 clients. You sending one a day. I know one. They're gonna get two a month at least. You look when you get to November, and you look at the number of proposals that you've sent. And here's the thing: during that time, you still have other work, and there's still other briefs, and you still. By the time you look at the knock-on and snowball effect, it becomes disgusting.
It is. And I'll tell you something. I have a lot of people that come to us here, Tribal. Debs, I've got an idea. I submitted it at what channel. They're not replying to me. I've got a production company. They're not replying. And I'm like, okay, how many have you written this year? No, I've only written 2. You know this gatekeeping thing, man. How my connection lent to learn. And I'm like, dude, you only wrote 2 this year. I'm like, I wrote about 15. I only got 1. I only got 1. So when you wrote 2 and you're saying the industry doesn't love us, you know this thing, you must know people inside. I'm like, whoa, chief. I'm like, okay, give me your presentation. Give me the presentation. I'm like, dude, your log line and your synopsis are in conflict. Those are 2 different shows that you've written just here. But I'm like, if you're constantly writing a flippant synopsis about a show and a log line, by the time it's December and you've been writing it almost every single day, like you're just formatting shows every single day. My man, when it's the next year, when you submit that show, you are on fire.
It's so clean.
It's clean because now you're like, oh, okay. The log line can't say this because it means it's another thing. Then people are like, but then I'm like, no, chief, you're not. You think coming up with ideas is something in J, and you just get a show in J. Because it looks like it. Because there's so many shows every single day. Like, there's a lot of shows on a daily basis. Yeah, no, they're there. But those who are just honest, and even the ones with the connection, you must remember, the audience must love the show.
For it to keep airing.
Connection doesn't mean that the show will work.
Yes.
That's another thing that people are just not understanding. It's you can have a connect, but if the audience by season 1 doesn't love that show, my man, that connection is gone. Because your person that gave you the connection, their bosses are like, this thing is not performing. Why is it going into season 2, season 3? So connection doesn't really, but you must practice the muscle of ideas. And I'll say to them, tell me, can you tell me a show that plays on Wednesday at 8 p.m.? Because that's the prime time slot. Monday to Friday. It's reality shows. Tell me the Wednesday one. No, I don't watch SA stuff, man. I only watch Netflix. I'm like, bro,
so we must watch your stuff.
Yes. So you're not obsessed with this thing. You just think it's a fluke. So people are not willing to put in the effort into it. People are just not. It's a problem.
And you listen to like Dana White of the USC saying that it's so easy to become a success because he's speaking about those type of things. Guti, I look at so many peers that feel so entitled to, you know, they always feel so entitled to, not understanding the slow, painful process of that incremental growth.
Yeah.
So you're looking and you're saying, I've done 15, I got 1.
Yes.
The entitlement of I've done 2, I deserve 2.
Yes.
How disgusting that. But it goes back to that thing of Guti ukula in your mommy's house and you just open the fridge and there's magic food. If you used to opening a fridge and there's magic food or there's magic pots that just somehow there's pot,
rice.
Rice. If you've had that priming for 20, 25 years,
sure. Now
we expect for you to just learn how to hunt by yourself. That's almost impossible, bro.
So isn't the lesson here that people must put themselves in uncomfortable positions?
I would say, because that would, to some that might not hit the ear right.
Okay.
The brain is wired to protect itself. Ne? It's the same reason why if there's an ice bath and you go in, your brain is just saying get the fuck out. It's wired. So it's more of, for longevity, the slow incremental growth, because you're trying to change a habit. So there's things that now people call it painful. When you say you go to the gym every day, but you've trained your brain to a point where you're like, my brain, shock here if I don't. You know, that it's so habitual in what I'm doing that not doing it is the consequence.
Sure.
The Nyaupe boys, they know the consequence of not being high. They know the consequence of crash.
What
so
we are telling that you're ngamanzi. He's like a rat, man. I've seen it in real life, mama. Yes. His body's like, what the fuck? Why should I be clean? Fuck, this thing makes no sense. What is sunlight? You must try it one day. In the name of my church, we tell a man, shy. We tell a man, you want debate. Caesar, you've seen those boys at Yaupe. Why tell a man, what you're doing?
Sure.
Who's that? My church, who told us a pavine. Yo, that's the worst punishment for that.
It is Sevlon. It is Sevlon. It is Paul Bag.
What did that all?
Such a melter.
I'm to know.
Bro, I've seen it, and you try and tell these kids, Guti, yes, do clean your room. Yes,
sure.
Make that a great habit.
Yeah.
Make the incremental growth also a habit. We're not doing certain things. Like an email comes in. So I got an email here. I've got an itch, bro. Like I'm itching because I got an email. Sorry?
To see what the content
to see what it is and respond.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is, to see what it is and respond. Whether I say noted with thanks or whether I say, Guti, I'll make sure I get that to you tomorrow morning by 9 a.m. But I need to respond to that email.
Sure.
You know, because I've trained myself, Guti, that then puts food in my belly and clothes on my kids' back.
Yeah, boy.
That. So it becomes a habit. It becomes a habit constantly, all the time. The same way that guys, whenever baboni ingane and it's a habit for them, we've created different habits. We've created that habit of
you have to.
On a side note, it's like that. This stays with you. So, we are going for a brunch.
Sure. Hey branch ntwana.
Shay branch ngilibambe soy mama boy. Hi ngidlule angazi lesilwane sindlula la.
A gazelle.
Boy. Angazi boy. Khona abantu with difference emhlabeni. And I'm not saying umuntu wami ugesi, ngiyam understand ne? Okay, sharp. Lesilwane sindlule la. Hi boy. Yo. Masithi siyadlula. Angithi yena ula eceleni kwami.
Yeah.
Mina I'm slightly in front of her, so mina ngithi hle.
Yeah, sure.
So ngithi mina hle. Mangithi hle, my body goes yo. Ne? My city silwane. Ngilibambe imama ngilidonse ngibhekisele. My peripherals ngiyayibona lo gesi.
Yeah.
But ikhanda lami lila. Ne? Ngiyabona lo gesi, ngiyambona lo gesi uza so usuphambi kwami like this. Avele ngajinga ngabamba imama ngayale. Avele ngathi angazi uNkulunkulu. I've trained, that's years now of being in relationship.
Expert now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need to look at a woman like this to see her. Oh, you know. She doesn't have to be within a 15-meter radius. And for the mina, sengathi mina CIA ngangiqhasha. Yini CIA. Then today kuthi abantu mabebona imoto bese bakrema i-license disc. Mina nje bangibona ugesi ngathi clap qedile. Ngangibuza from head to toe ngokuchazela. Bro, I just need 0.1 second. Just claps. Qedile.
Inside what are you saying?
Eh?
Inside routine ntwana.
Shanga stress management sasize boy. Shanga stress management yasize. Ngikhombo ngitatazeli. And I know ukuthi mangithi clap ngihambe ngiyalazi ukuthi I can see by how imam holds you. Ukuthi she's so guess and she's appreciative ukuthi you didn't look at because there's perverts that stir. Perv.
Yes,
Ne?
yeah.
And ukhumula ukuthi nemem is also vulnerable because now she feels insecure because yes says.
Yeah.
Isilwane lesmos.
Yeah.
Yabona. Uyazazi nje uJack Russell dlula iPitbull la. So na yatatazela.
We check.
Yinhle uJack Russell sayithanda. But uyabona ukuthi ayingangami lento. Ayingangami. Naye ubonile boy. The way standing so all of a sudden mase sihamba selapha ne. Ngibona ngesandla siyangidedela isandla sesingirabha la iqolo. Yabona seyangiphendula sesiyahamba. Usungibambi usungisquezile ukutshengisa ukuthi phela uhamba nami. Ngabona ukuthi ulibonile ke lelibhubisi le. The way ngibambe ngalo ngiyazi ukuthi ulibonile lelibhubisi.
Uchuna kanjani vele i-email vele uvane email yakho then ubona lento le. Eish.
Awujampisi no. You must train your peripherals.
Yeah. Yalena ntwana lihlola kali.
Yabona your peripherals. Here. I'm going to say we light sleeper indlebe zicijile namehlo boy. Mina ngiboni here. Mina ngibona through my ears. Na sense. Shanga mehlo chameleon athi. Athi mehlami. Athi mbang
quick in a hand.
Boy, mangithi clap ngiqedile. Ngithi clap ngangibuza 2 weeks later ngithi yo lapha lo uqoqring
ngomenzela masulu.
Ngaboshwa la.
But vele it's a 1 second or 2 second rule. Mawufana umuntu akubona into. Fast, quick and rita.
Nah, bro.
Nah,
bro. Me and my peoples ngengibasho.
Yeah.
We easy. And you go like kambe sekudlulile sikhona manje ngithi ntwana ethi Badile.
Oh, mawufana amachita.
With my peoples ngeke ngisho ukuthi
okay.
Because manje abantu bayazosho.
Standard. Yeah, I know standard. No standard.
With my peoples.
But
Asijikisa ikhanda uyayiceba.
Sure.
Yabona the moment you turn your head in the direction.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Fine nokuthi let's say
I mean ngathi ufuna something.
If you saw, let's say there's a person by the toaster ne?
Sure.
And you say hey ntwana bheka le ngane le nswembu kanye lapha so. My job is not to stay there. Ne?
Sure.
Because singajumpisa mos. Ne?
Yeah.
My job is to say kuphi lapha. Usuke lapha waya lapha sengimbambile. Wabuyela waya lapha. I just needed that.
Yeah.
Disease. Because angithi akhona ama security asibhekile.
Sure.
So wena nje bese ungitshela wathi ikhanda ukuthi lapha. Fa ngiqale opposite. Ma security ngiwa throw off khona nayo uzongibheka lapha wonke ama security. Mase siyabuya sikhombe sengijet yabona. Sengiqedile bese ngiyabuyela le. Ngitho.
Mina ntwana ngizenza ngathi ngifuna something in the cab yo lapha ngiloko ngidrive. if lo muntu lapha I want to something and when ufuna ukubona direct
Uzoboshwa.
man we prefer sometimes ufuna direct kunenye hit intwana ufuna ukubona direct ubona lo ntwana ro ha even if it's a direct for 1 second so don't
Hayi ngeke. Angeke mina ngeke. Yeah. Cause ukukhumbula ukuthi lo ohamba naye yena ustadisha wena. Yena ula.
Ufuna ukubona ukuthi
ukwatile
Ufuna ukubona if you
Ukwatile.
flinch, are you blinking long? Are you breathing? Has your breathing pattern changed? Ufuna ukubona. So wena mawubona ukuthi khona ingane blind, ne? Lo security ukubhekile. Very simple, ne? Very good. Good. Mesu yambu, mesu angithi siyam mesu ngisajamnile iwe bhekele. Yeah, uzobona into ongazazi. Ethi manje sekuyabanga nje akasakhuluma. Kanti uyabona naye ukuthi kade kunjena mfethu.
so actually women actually do measure each other ne?
Hard way.
they do ne?
Big time. Big time.
Okay, how much? Okay, women sharp. That's a stupid question. How much cheater?
big
Yes,
time.
big time.
Everyone does.
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
That thing that Upra Ike speaks about, ukuthi kade unoskomota, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the same if you cheated with Trevor Noah. Because now he was born, you're like, hey, lengane, bambo Trevor Noah. Hey, mina nginje. Hey. Mina, I've known this so many, like, I've said enough about my own personal life.
Sure.
About banging like TikTok. But I've seen that. I've literally seen that time and time again. I've seen that with the men and I've seen that with the women. Ukuthi, she's still angry and she's still hurt. Ne? But the moment it's with someone that she knows and feels to a marrow is beneath her. Hey, bro, uyamthimsela dog. Uyamthimsela ukela. Uyamthimsela, bro. But the moment ebona ukuthi phethu Kelly Roland, hey, she's angry and hurt.
Vele siz-organize kanjalo.
Yeah?
In society, we organize ourselves vele by classing each other in some way.
Yeah.
Whether by physical features, pockets, whatever.
But I think women do it worse more than Amachita.
Amachita the same.
No. Fine ukushaya ngesitini.
Okay.
Ushaya umjita ngesitini. Umjita when he knows ukuthi you man not necessarily in age but you are above him. Yazi ukuthi ngeke eze kuwena ezolo now. He's just going to accept defeat because he knows ukuthi ngisho ngalwa now. Let's say ngeke umshaye physically whatever. Uyazi ukuthi lo girl uzolo bebuyile kuwena. You understand?
Totally.
So ngisho ngakubamba ndrafle wathi uyazi ugirl uzolo bebuyile kuwena because akakwazi ukumeasure up. So he can do that with his ego and what and it'll be very short lived. But either way he'll break down and be like ish. And it's most of the time those type of guys in that space will forgive Ukel. Will forgive Ukel and keep it moving. Like I know so many times where a lady is shawumchita ngempama. Shawumchita ngempama, wamthuka, tore a couple of thingies, made him sleep on the couch for the month. I go, oh, usho wena uchithe nogesi. Wena uchithe nomuntu blind.
Get shocked.
Wena uchithe
Hey.
Buffalo.
Yeah. No, standard. Yeah.
Phethe giraffe uthe chokamile. Yikho umemvelo wakushaya ngempama, umema wathi lala ngaphandle yabona ulisulele noBobby yabona kuza kupunisha. But umema won't cheat back because uyazi ukuthi cheating back means now the relationship is ended.
Sure.
So the moment you know ukuthi I cheated, she cheated back. Ntwana. You at talala you. If I cheated and she cheats back, I know ukuthi and the person I cheated with was also beneath her. Ungikwatele enough. But mangibambe uBeyonce.
Baba.
Wena mangibambe uBeyonce. Ngeke ethi girl cheat back.
Mlotshwa lena.
Manga.
Hey, Mlotshwa leli theory thetsa.
Yabona bethi bawubambe ugesi gege. Wabamba ugesi gege. Umema uzokushaya ngempama. Uyabona iskipper leso sithandayo. Uzosika, uzoyiqhwepha imoto yakho, uyabona uzokuthuka, zonke le inhlamba nani. Angithi uyazi ukuthi nisukwazi ukubamba Beyonce. She knows now. So when she says, "Oh, I'll cheat back," angithi senhlukene. Wena uyapi? You're going back to Beyonce. Yena ushithe noPhendukani. So now she needs to go.
She doesn't have access to Chris Brown.
So she's not cheating with Jay-Z. She's not going back. So now, again, she might now cheat back.
Sure.
But then she needs to live that Pendukane life. And now you're living with B. Usonyile. So who's the winner and who's the loser in that case? Ngone kushaya ikupanishe, ekushaya cold shoulder, once a girl is putting you through that means she's still willing to fight for the relationship.
Sure.
You know, but what you did was wrong. But luckily, uyenze nomuntu right or ukrendi in other spaces.
Yeah.
Then she won't leave. But if you do something with the person that she knows is beneath her, bro,
yes, sir.
And she'll cheat back or she'll just leave you.
That's true.
Ayi mara, hey, lo yena what is true.
It works the same with the opposite gender. Because mina ngiyazazi ukuthi mina ngisapatanisa ngisahlanganisa ne.
Sure.
Hleli yabona ngisahleli lady nan. Girl goes and cheats with Trevor Noah.
Sure.
Yabona. Trevor Noah is flying her Zanzibar and Trevor Noah flies her to what mina mangithi ayifusek vele ngiyochitha noPalesa. Girl uzothini? Uzothi tops. Hawe nje noPalesa. Akithi ngihleli angithi wena uhleli neolate lakho nayo uhleli vele nizohlangana epark. Wena noPalesa. Grand boss. Mina ngisezanzibar, fam. Cool. You know, so I look at it like that. Like I'm not condoning cheating.
Yeah, hey Nina. Bastard.
Why was Leo so much disclaimer with myself?
Mina sengikhathele.
Khathele ne?
This is my last podcast.
The last podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, was this shy podcast
I can't be myself, man.
Yeah, abantu abenza lezi
What?
abantu la.
I almost said star sign. Sign language.
Sign language.
Yeah.
Laba bathi clock it, mase bathi.
I learned a new term today, dog.
What's the new term?
It's called, and I could be wrong, lavender marriages. I didn't know that.
Oh, the gays.
This is the first time. Today was the first time of it.
Is that what the gays?
Yeah. You marry someone, apparently.
Yes.
Uyazi ukuthi awuchako
Yes.
udlaleli pirates. But you're mshad.
Oh, what is it for? Social status?
Yes.
Yeah, it's arranged
well.
marriages. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, I will explain. I heard it today.
Hey, phela mina
I was in a pitch
mina
vandaag.
ngihlele endlini nomuntu obuka wonke la mashow.
Donna, I'm in a pitch vandaag because we just got a show that deals. It's a podcast show. Our podcast are working. Yes, as guys pan la pagule ndawo le enye le. Hey. By 10 years recent le ndawo le. So we got awarded a contract vandaag. And they're like, no, it's a podcast show. Yeah, no, siyahola.
Nami ngiyahola.
Yeah, no, so far. How uyahola? I need to decide which episode you're gonna be in.
Kanti episode kanti angiholi like every month.
No, uzohola for the episode. We need to decide what episode, what topic must we put him in.
No, ngangifuni.
We will see, but so decide. That is span so far.
Ubani o yikhuluma, ubani interview.
No, we need to figure out those people. Maruzo would have one of the topics. So the person that gives us these things like, hey, one of the topics I want you guys to speak about is lavender marriages. Lavender. Like, what do you mean lavender? Hey, young lacha, hey, young lacha, hey, talala. That's what our podcast on coming next. You talala.
Listen to why? Because I get so triggered. Yo, guys, I need to work on myself. I get triggered with people's social media or media diet. It triggers me. It's like seeing a person who is obese, but goes, I'm so beautiful. No, I get triggered. I'm like, no, you are a health risk.
No, but they're beautiful, Mlotshwa.
No, you are a health risk.
Yes.
I'm not talking about a
I'm
person
a
who's
healthy,
chubby
beautiful.
or what. I'm talking about obese.
Yes.
No.
I'm a health, beautiful risk.
You are what?
I'm a health
risk. I want to know I'm rich bait. So ngokufika endlini kubuka zonke lezi zinto lezi. Mase angithi le sifuna ukukhuluma ngalezi zinto lezi. Angayifuni because I'm like this is numbing my brain. This is breaking me because when I come back home I'm literally just watching Fox News. My entertainment is like UFC. That's my entertainment.
Sure.
If I want to switch off, but it's news. I'm a news guy. The podcasts that I watch are very for me.
Sure.
Hey man, fika endlini boy. You listen to in the show
entertainment.
Those type of
TLC.
shows. Yeah. Those type of shows. Yeah, but and it's just mind numbing. So anyway, I come back home one time and I'm being told about lavender marriages. And I'm like, what the fuck is a lavender marriage? You know, but it makes sense because if you think about the context,
what is it? Explain.
I'll explain.
Sure,
if you think about the context, a lot of us are still stuck in this. What's the space that?
Traditional.
No. When limbo between being traditional and being modern.
So become performative.
So become performative or being religious, you know, and being honest and
Yeah.
I don't know, atheist or agnostic or whatever the case may be. So a lot of people are stuck in this limbo. So depending on where they are at the time, they'll perform accordingly.
Yeah.
You know, and what is the cornerstone of society? It's relationship. Sure. So I work with a colleague of mine. I love him to bits. He's gay and he's openly gay to us. But he'll say what he does. He's not gay at home, you know, and at home he doesn't come out, you know. And I'll go, damn, bro, that must be tough as fuck.
Yeah, especially on the mental.
On the mental, you're just going around and trying to support the Pirates, but you have to act like you support the Chiefs. Like that must gonna throw up in your mouth. Like, ugh. You know. So like it's a horrible thing to actually think about. But you understand from a cultural and a traditionalist point of view, there's people that can't be themselves. They can't show at home that they drink or that they smoke. There's so many guys, they'll say, bro, you literally have to walk a kilometer. Ufike khoneni khumula iskip khumula ibhlu ugqoke iPVD mase uyabhemba.
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
You're fucking 34, bro. You've got 2 kids. And then you have to walk back. I was like, bro, I don't know if I subscribe to that model of sacrificing who you are just to appease a few. You know, so lavender marriages is a lot. It happens in the gay community where gay men marry a straight woman in order to show and present themselves as straight. You know, but they are after 9. So there's many guys that have been seen on your social media.
Some of us celebrities.
Some of you celebrities.
I'm saying some of our celebrities in South Africa.
Oh, I thought you said some of us. I thought you were talking about yourself.
No, I knew Lavender and Lavender. I get Lavender and Bishop.
For sure.
Yeah, I get Lavender and you grand.
Oh, you Rosemary.
Sweet corn.
So it's painful, bro, because I mean, I think I've done the biggest transformation in my life because when I was in high school, I was so homophobic, bro. And guys, abantu bathanda ukukhuluma ngeNewcastle now. Newcastle now is not like Newcastle in the 90s, bro, and early 2000s. It's not like that. We were homophobic back then.
Sure.
You know, it's changed very quickly in a very short space of time. Sure. But in a sakula, bro, you know, it was extremely homophobic. It was extremely xenophobic, and all the other one. And then you go from that conservative space and going into a Grahamstown Roads, and everybody's like, hey, oh my God. Mina ngashelwa umlungu ngifike roots.
Yo.
Ngangitshela ukuthi ngu-punked.
Did you say the definition? Because there is a definition of it.
Say the definition,
sorry,
before I go into my punk thing.
So, according to AI overview, a lavender marriage is a marriage between a man and a woman where one or both partners are part of the LGBTQI plus community, traditionally entered into for social or professional protection.
Protection? Got you.
Yeah. And then it says, for historical context, COVID unions before were used. COVID now being lavender marriages, they are being used to provide a front as a heteronormative sort of marriage.
Because you think about certain schools, you know, me coming from that space where if you guys were a gay, obviously at these schools, you don't just apply and get in, you apply, and then you get shortlisted and you get interviewed as parents. So now when you're a gay couple going for an interview, I mean, no, out. And obviously people want to say, they're like, oh no, how are you going to know you got rejected?
Yeah.
They're going to give you some generic, you know, numbers, excuse. But then you realize, Guti, there's no gay couples in the school.
Hectic.
You know, type of thing. So yeah, 100%. That's right. Going back to my punk thing. Boy.
Are you experiencing gay people for the first time in varsity?
Yeah.
Same here as well.
Yo, this is not a gay scenario.
Okay.
This white lady. Pretty lady.
Oh, I thought you...
No, this is pretty white lady. Pretty white lady.
This is your first encounter.
Of what?
I mean, I come from...
Hey,
So hear me out. Ne?
Hey, Mlotshwa.
in Newcastle, back then, not now.
Sure.
Now it's open, everybody's great. Back then, as a ndaki, mayoshela umlungu, ne? White chick. There's a risk involved there.
Yeah.
Because now, if this is like 1998 and people are seeing you, she will get shunned by her community.
Yes.
When a Europras may say what, but she'll get shunned for her community. And maybe those white boys, if they see you walking alone, they might give you a beat down. You know. So the 90s were a bit different. Yeah, but so I'm not saying people didn't go and mac on white girls trying themselves out, you know, but it wasn't what I experienced. Because I got there, I'm sitting, I'm drinking Fanta Orange, I'm sitting with my boys. This white girl comes through, taps me on my shoulder, I'm like, hey, met them, says, hi, God, I think you're so cute. I just wanted to get your name and your number. I'm really ngati, no,
Why?
I punked. Punked. Even the girls at Newcastle, the black girls, are very much. Because again, there's a people don't understand. There's a whole generation of girls that don't believe in macking on guys. There's a whole generation of girls that believe in the guy must approach. Yes. The best they will do is look and show the eyes, and then he must still approach her.
There's a whole lot of women who, this is very controversial. You're not condoning it. Fuck. There's a lot of women who believe money, you're kissing each other, and no means a yes.
It's a try harder.
Exactly.
It's an
exactly. And but people don't want to speak about those things. I don't want it, Mara. Okay. Exactly. No one wants to speak about those girls. Yes, no one wants to speak about those girls. It's a certain generation. It's and the thing is, okay. But hey, you got profile people. There is a serious generation that believes in that. You know what? Try, don't.
I think to some extent, even more recent generations, it's just that I think the language now is that consent means this and that, versus people also talking about some of the nuances in between and how people give certain cues with their bodies sometimes without
70% of communication
words.
is non-verbal.
You know what I mean?
So when they go hashtag no means no, and I say, that's not true.
A case in point, there was a time I was having a conversation with this girl, we're hanging out, and I was like, at what point do we get to redeem people? Or do people who were maybe, let's say, accused of sexual violations get to redeem themselves? And these women were like, yo, like the question you're asking is very valid, because it seems unfair that we put people in this like naughty jail forever.
Not people, we put men.
Yeah, men.
I was watching a TikTok reel of what's this actor's name, and he was speaking about the very thing, Guti, like, because you were speaking in reference with those Java and Guti, those were just allegations.
Yeah.
You know, they may have been immoral but not illegal.
Yeah.
But they got, like, literally they cancelled from a work point. They didn't get gigs, they didn't get this.
Yes.
And then when it's other alleged females, like your Kelly Kumar, who's allegedly part of all of this, she still gets gigs, she still gets this, she still gets that. So what you're speaking about is just a male thing. Women don't experience that.
Because I was asking this question in context of, okay.
Why? Doesn't she experience that?
No.
Okay.
And if she does, she's an outlier.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I was just trying to figure out.
You know, it was in context to Smiso Zwane, okay, man, cool cat.
Oh, yeah.
My thing was, you know.
Let that happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he had jail time in Australia for that thing. And then only was able to fly back to South Africa after it spent, I don't know how long that was.
Sure.
But my thing was also just this thing, Yabuti. Women don't want to, I guess, opola for lesas kamega senze. But you find that a lot of them will still enjoy his music. And they did confirm, no, in public, we can't admit to still endorsing him. But in my own personal
space... They did that with Chris Brown. They went to his concert.
Yeah. I still support, I love this guy's music. I love this guy.
I just call bullshit. Every time I can't deal with so many females hypocrisy. It sickens me, bro. Like I literally, and then going back to the purple brigade, Guti, so many of them just wanted a day off, bro. I can't deal with people that don't know what consequence or accountability looks like. We can sit, me, you, and Usmangele sitting here. Usmangele says to you, swears you about your mother. Shangen can't be blind, boy. Ne? You just look at Usmangele and go, okay. If I said the same thing, you'd punch me through the fucking window, bro. I know there's consequence, so I need to handle the way I approach and speak to you. But she feels above that because she can say that. And we know there's hundreds of men that will tell you, Guti, I don't know a man who's never encountered any physical abuse by a female. And they won't say, I was abused. But when you say, has she punched you? Has she done this? Has she shoved you out of anger? Whoever she may be.
Sure.
Every man has experienced something like that, you know. But all of a sudden, there's a whole narrative. Every woman has been sexually harassed because a guy said, when you walk past, harassment, every woman has been seen. And I go, it kills me because that's bullshit, one. And two, it takes away from our sisters who have actually gone through
something.
The most painful experiences. Because now when you catcalling, equivalent to what Unomfundo has gone through, where she was raped by her uncle, and you're putting it on the same level, and you guys are both victims. It kind of, you know, it dampens and it kills what a lot of the real cases what our sisters go through. Because nina engineer papa and funi clouds and funi kushaya uphepulu what funi kulala ngo-12 khona sonaga. Hey bro, give me 0 with that. I'm all for protecting our women. All for protecting our women. I will never protect some of these hoes that are out there, zero consequence, zero accountability. Never. That's why some of these girls are at a club, drinking for free, drinking for that, going there, spending niggas' money. But for them, they're like, well, it's because he just likes having me around. No, there's none of that shit. There's none of that shit. You have 20 rand in your pocket. You went out, you've drank for like fucking 15,000 rand, but you don't think there's anything else. Like, would you do that with your girl? Would you do that with your friends? No, you wouldn't. So why would him? Oh, because he's got money. Forget it. You've got money. Here's 20,000. Go do that with your friend. You wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
Yeah.
If another girl swore your mom, you'd punch her.
Yes.
But now all of a sudden, because he must now, you small dick, you got small dick energy, you got. I am all for protecting our most vulnerable, whether it is women, whether it's men, whether it's children, the most vulnerable. I'm all about that because there's a lot of talk that happens.
Yeah.
My problem is so many of them are trying to play victim.
Yeah.
And ride off the wave of this now, whatever that's morphing and that's happening. And give me, it's tiring. It's, anyway.
And some of them are activists in the public eye, but at home they're defenders.
Of course.
That's another thing that we're facing, that in the streets, they were activists and swim blind. But more frequently, whether it's with your immediate cousin, your brother, whoever, you are defending. And I'm trying to figure out, is that a human nature? Is it like that?
Let's go into music. You had people like, let's say your Cardi B's, your Meg the Stallion saying, you need to get the bag from this guy. You need to get the...
Yeah.
These women are hardworking women. They booked out year round. They grinding. They making their money.
Sure.
But they telling girls that they shouldn't do that. They must just get money from men and finesse men.
Yeah.
You know, you have your likes of Beyonce saying to the left, all my single ladies, or you married with kids.
Yeah,
and you're not just married a Talala, you married another superpower.
Yes.
You know,
rich ass nigga.
You've got all these women who are living a specific life, yet selling and singing the exact opposite.
Opposite of what
that
they live.
Feels like you sabotaging. That's literally a guy who, it's like gangster rap back in the day where you'd realize a lot of these guys are not what they rap about. And you're like, no, I'm not going to go and stand in a corner and shoot people up when you are living in a gated community, you know, having scones.
Some of our politicians.
Some of our politicians saying we shouldn't have borders, but they've got the highest fences around their homes. You know, you shouldn't have national borders. It's the colonizer that made us say that we must have borders around South Africa. But he's got fucking 10 meter high walls. What the fuck is that about? So give me, I struggle to deal with men and women alike that don't understand what consequence and are victims. I mean, at Debs, if I swear your mom and you punch me, I can't go out there and say Debs is an abuser because there's a consequence of my action. Yes, you legally are not allowed to touch me because I said something verbal, but the reality when I look at morality, what I said was wrong, and there's a consequence for that. But in today's society, you the evil person. When is Lwani? I saw your mom. And when is Lwani? How does that work? Yeah, but there's never a right. Yeah, sharp. I shouldn't have said the fuck what I said.
Yeah, laws of morality.
But I shouldn't have. We live in a society, and I can't stress this enough, where consequence has been removed.
It has.
You talk about certain boys who are stuck because now there's no thing of after scale so now these kids are 30 years old, 35 years old, 40 years old, staying at home because there's no consequence of not moving. He's staying in the same. Now, mind you, camera like my poster go you magazine or Christina Aguilera.
You always say that.
I go back to Newcastle, bro, and I go to some of the gyms I was in school. Sure. Actually, there's 37, bro. You 30 fucking sick. Also, Shang poster for Jaga is genote no Zidane. Zidane back then. Benny McCarthy, Iceland. Also, Shang poster got drum in his bedroom at 37 years old, in the same bed that he slept. Safunda a primary, bro. In the same because there's no consequence of him not having action.
Sure.
Some of us we don't. Some days are vulgar because like, oh my God, I've got an opportunity to feed. No, you have to.
Yeah, no, there's no conversation.
Because Tina, unfortunately, excuse doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So if I say to my kids, I went to go hunt, unfortunately, there's no animals out there, so there's no food to eat. It could be the best reason, but it doesn't exist to them. So if I say, unfortunately, it's been a bad month, I can't pay school fees. There's real consequence of, regardless of the bad month.
Yes.
It could be
yeah, for sure.
During COVID, homes were repossessed. During COVID.
Where the whole world was going through shit. Yeah.
But the banks were like, give a shit. We get you, however.
Yeah.
So now we're living in a space where there's no consequence, especially when it comes to our fairer agenda or sisbetu. No fucking consequence. There's no fucking consequence.
Yep.
You know? Anyway, going back to Lavender.
Lavender
So yeah, man, I feel sorry for our gay brothers who who have to pretend. Sorry and not sorry. I feel sorry for those that it's almost like their back is against the wall and they've got no other option.
Yeah.
Whether it is how they feed their family. Should they show that they're gay, they might lose their job. And then all of a sudden, you can't send money back home, as an example. I don't feel sorry for those guys that are just bayasaba. Go to Uistaba, nay, most of if tech. You know, I don't feel sorry for those, but like, yeah, man, you're doing a podcast on Lavender marriages.
No, it's gonna be one of the topics.
Are you gonna talk on it?
No, we're gonna film this thing, man. We're not gonna be in front of camera. Yeah, you'll come in for Lavender marriages. Lavender.
Lavender marriage.
Okay, we'll decide what.
Oh,
what
you even play Lavender marriage.
No. You know what you're saying? Yeah? You know what you're saying? So crazy. I grew up having a fear for the Tamalama. I used to fear that guy because he was buff, man, and he was an angry gorilla. You know. And I think a lot of niggas stay in that mode of fear with their parents for a very long time. And I can't remember what changed it. I don't know what changed it. But there's a certain time I was like, I'm old now. It really doesn't matter. This is my opinion. Oh, yes. In the family group, yes, I remember. In the family group, they were speaking about Christianity. And I went, it was when I changed, man. I was like, in the Christianity, I understand. There was that documentary, what was it called? It made me very conscious. Dr. Uma was on it. I forgot what the name of the documentary. African what? I forgot what it was, you know. So in the family group, they're speaking about Christianity. And last year, I did like a U-turn and a shy. I went extreme about it, you know. Then we chilled. My dad is like, no, but you can't behave like that. Then for the first time, I realized that he knows a certain part of me, but there's a certain part of me that he doesn't understand. Then I said to him, you know, only in this moment I'm realizing with Norman, you actually don't know other parts of me. This is actually me. What I said in that family group, this is another part of me. So you only know this specific part, you know. Then I think at that moment, it shares something for you to say, son. I know pockets of him, but I don't know certain parts. So who he is with his friends, and certain friends who he is with each area, with his brother and me. Those are 4 different people. And I think after that, the fear just disappeared. Because also for the first time I confronted him about what I believe to be true, irrelevant of what he thinks. Then after that, the fear was
because you
gone.
called him out on his core.
Yeah,
his core values.
Yeah, then the fear was extremely gone. And I think people who are stuck in this thing that we're speaking about, whether it's Lavender marriages or someone who doesn't want to drink in front of their parents, whatever it is, there's still a certain level of fear that they associate with the parent. And I don't know what it takes for them to change.
I want to run away from pain, bro. As you say that you one of your things that you run towards stress, people run away from pain, bro. And if we grew up in a time or in a space or in an environment where sometimes you can run as fast as you can, but you know, so you it's like if you are a coward, you know, all of a sudden all the bodies then start gravitating towards you. So you're forced to stand up for yourself, even though you didn't want to initially, you know. And I think it's that, because I can relate. I've had my time in grade 10, but I'm not going to speak about it here. Okay, but it was it was a physical thing, you know. And that's where I was like, fuck that guy. You know, like it was just, well, okay. Whatever happens, let the chips fall where they may. Sure. You know. And with the old lady, it was the drinking thing when I was 20.
Yes.
You know.
Did tell the story.
Did I tell the story of the Russian bang? But that's where I realized, Guti, and I looked at her, I was like, I love you, but I can't not be me. Because now it's a catch-22, Guti. Do I love you more than I love me?
Yes.
Or do I love you so much that I'm willing to fake me?
Yeah.
And I'm not willing to do that. And if it means that I lose you because of your values and your principles, for me finding and accepting me, so be it. And I've said this to so many people. I've said this to ex-partners. I've said this tongue-in-cheek about anything. Look, bro, if you're not comfortable with me and how I speak and how I carry myself, I bless and release you.
You have to.
You know,
you have to.
Because I don't want to be the reason why you are cringing and you're feeling, you know, sometimes you read a comment, people are like, oh, these guys talking so much shit, I'm going to unsubscribe. We don't want to be the reason why you are feeling that way. Go to the next one. Make you feel good.
Sure.
You know, we'd love you to be part of the family, but unfortunately, we make you feel a type of way. So we bless and release.
It's valid that you feel the way you feel.
For you, you know, maybe you might turn, maybe you might not turn, and that's okay. And I've realized, Guti, hence why I'm saying, Guti, to those gays, the gays who are unfortunately have their back against the wall because of work or whatever the case is, my heart bleeds, you know. But to those who are not willing to go through the pain of having the hard conversations, no malume.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sick.
But I think it's tough, man.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, I guess in both your context, there was some kind of audience. Your parent met you at some point with some kind of openness, you know, because then they went...
my interventions. I mean,
there wasn't openness, though, Tuba. You went direct.
No. All I'm saying is that the fact that your father was willing to give you an ear, and at the end of that, there were realizations on both sides.
Sure.
That you thought that, you know, your father knew you completely, but understood that he knew a certain side of you. And you exposed a certain side of yourself to him.
Sure.
And he in turn learned quite a lot.
Sure.
That I don't completely know this son of mine.
Yes.
Same with you. Because then in your boldness and saying to your mom, actually, I enjoy
Then I'm sure.
doping and you're going to have to accept that I dope. You know, you didn't become this estranged son after that.
No, it was that. It was a matter of you going to stop drinking. So it was me saying, okay, Chief, if that's the case, I'm not coming back then.
Yeah, but
So it wasn't.
where you guys now with the
so it
relationship?
wasn't. I'm willing to hear your reasons why you decide to enjoy the devil's nectar. It
Yeah.
was. This is not happening in my house.
But what I'm
You've got
saying
an older
also,
brother that doesn't touch it, and who you also figure out knows dawa.
there wasn't like
There was an audience. I'm told to be
there wasn't
a thing of
like
I'm walking
an
away.
ultimate sort of result from that where you guys were separated.
Yeah, but with the time it was.
Yeah, and I
So
understand.
I'm saying it was removed because it was a matter of it got to that point, and it was like I didn't fear you because I realized, Guti, I don't need you.
Yeah.
You know, in anything. So you saying, and again, this is a very dark and triggering physical encounter.
Yes.
Where I'm like, sure.
Which also wanted
So I didn't have that audience anymore, which was the liberating.
Because this was extreme.
This was an extreme part.
I wanted to get to also to the point that people also know how to exist in very uncomfortable situations because they build up a tolerance for it.
So you don't need to come out to their families then.
No. In a sense, yokuthi, even if I become estranged with my family, ngiyabasaba. And the thing that then happens is that I become detached from these people. Ngiphila le mpilo engiphilayo bangayazi. I become estranged with these people. That does happen, even with pain, similarly.
My fear, I agree, and I don't want to agree, but I fucking agree with you, is I've seen the dissonance that happens to people that live fake. Bro, because I lived fake.
Yeah.
You know, when I was that deputy mom trying to be the best, husband being the best. And I know what mental anguish that causes.
Yeah.
So now, if you are in a lavender marriage, I can just imagine the pain that you're going through.
But around sometimes I'm feeling something, Yana, because in marriage has got a lot of processes. You know,
Bro, life is fucked up hard.
But then you also come from families, Guguti, like these people, they're almost orthodox in how they live a culture. There's no way you're going to convince these people that this is who I am and bazo accept talentole. You understand? Even to a point where there was a point where a certain production was being filmed.
Sure.
And I learned from that production that one of the guys that was part of the production team is from a royal family and had to be paid off to go live his life very far away from that family.
Who's gay?
He's gay.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
So it's like, those things do happen.
Again, it's paid off. Good see, again, you've heard and we've all heard and read about Itaban that killed themselves.
Yes.
Because it's so traumatic, their experiences. The reason why I'm saying this is because as much as they're gay and none of us are gay, but we relate in the sense of ubamachita and living fakeness. Fakeness, fakeness in terms of imalunga nayo, but we can relate and we're seeing a lot of pain through, brother, what you do in your bedroom has nothing to fucking do with me. You know, I don't. What you do in your bedroom, what you do has nothing to do with me.
I mean, Namasimba.
Nginaphi mina masimbe nakho wena ukaka kanye ngeviki wena
Oh, yeah.
nango namasimbe
Leikakist. That's yeah.
so give me, it pains me, bro, because
It's not nice, man.
I know falling victim to bazotin, you know, and moving in such a way kona bangeke basho. Nails, fingernails. That's the most element. The fingernails explains what I'm talking about perfectly.
Sure.
Because it's something as stupid as a nail, bro. A nail, bro. A nail. Do you know how stupid a nail is? A clip, a lento, a nail, bro. But you get so much pushback on my nail. My money. Hundreds.
Ideally, we should all be like you, Penson.
Hundreds.
Ideally.
I hear you.
But
we're not.
We don't have the same propensity for rejection.
Agreed.
Unfortunately.
Hence why I said it.
At a certain age,
it pains me to agree with you. I literally said
on a 40, bro, you still have
saying
to.
that every single person who's of a certain age must be wise.
it's
No.
not. I said it pains me to agree with Dube, and I agree with Dube.
You know what it is? I think, Caesar, you know who was, so I think you're right, because I'm thinking about the very same gay person or the very same person who doesn't want to drink in front of the mom and dad. They would drink in front of the uncle.
Sure.
Or I want to go to their gay in front of their aunt.
Yeah.
Or their cousins.
Or at work. This
I'm
guy is Joburg gay.
Sure.
But myself, where is a
I'm trying to figure out, what is it? Is it respect or what is it?
No, it's not
To your
respect.
parents, like, what
no,
is
it's
it?
not respect.
That's fine.
I don't call it respect. No.
That's fine.
No, it pains me to agree with Dube.
Yeah.
So I remember a couple of mates of mine would say, hey, they don't want to drink in front of one, but they don't have respect. Ne? And it holds true until a certain age. And I remember the one time he already asks my one mate, would he, hey, are you dating, whatever? And I'm told. we now 23, 20, and I go, no, we're Joel. I was like, don't fucking lie to my mother, bro. That's my fucking mother, dog.
That's my fucking mom, Joe.
We're having adult conversations. You already is not asking like we were now taking.
But also,
She's not, no, guys, when you know, we are in our 20s. He already lamb your last.
yabona phela wena le adulthood yakho ile esingam le.
No, yes, okay, sure.
Ukuthi you can get to a certain
Perfect.
age, but
Perfect.
ne Ivy League.
I 100% agree.
You understand?
You grew up with my old lady. And I said, you know, the same thing when I started drinking. I had boys that were, I'm pools.
Yeah.
They were saying, I'm getting slaughtered. The whole street is seeing Penson, the alcoholic, right? I'm this person that gets interventions.
Yeah.
The same guys want to take it down, and then because when the Penson accepts it by share by my foot.
Sure.
And then who's the puss there? Me.
Yeah.
Who's the hero? Him. At my expense. No, fuck you. It's either you're not drinking or you're going to say you're also an alky like me. Go through the fire, bro. I've at least opened the door. So I'm saying,
trauma.
no, I've got trauma.
Babeka 7 in front of you.
Ngabuza. Engiyawakhona so. How fair am tshela mam sibani. Mam sibani tozohlala sixoxa. Angithi mam sibani sebengicceptile da usidano. So sendle no mam sibani bani wena basaba ema wakho la uhlendla siyaxoxa siyahleka kumnandi. Ngibuza amadambi ngiye ngakubuka mangishaya. Bandani mpo yajuluka idambi. Hey lapho kuthi. Ngifetha food vethu pussy Fanta orange. You fucking 24, bro. And I'm not saying, because again, I think life is all about going through these barriers. I'm not talking about being disrespectful. And I'm not talking about being clumsy. I'm just talking about you loving and respecting yourself enough to be authentically you.
Yes.
You don't have to be that gay like Jack on Will and Grace. Hey, my body, hey, mommy. I'm rapping. So you don't have to be that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying what you don't have to be extreme to a point where so I'm telling you, she must also come and lie and pretend. To me, we're different. And I'll hold on to what you're saying. Give me the ultimate disrespect is lying to me.
For sure. It's like, there's 3 of us here.
That's true.
We're young people, we get into trouble.
Sure.
then there's an intervention
Sure.
from the family. Tiwa, hey, fana discipline labafana.
Sure.
There'll be that one uncle who'll say, "Eish, machita, mina understand, yabo."
Yeah.
Nginani.
Ke uncle etsho njalo.
Yeah, singene ngaphakathi.
Sure.
Uyasithela na.
Yeah.
Anizwa lena bafana. So njezisa, yabo.
Yeah.
Mase kuphunywa, eish, niyazi man, niyazi abantu abadala fane understand it.
Sure.
So what I'm trying to say is that we as black people, kakhulukazi, especially from our seniors, there's always this front of fane ube very clean, trimmed and prim.
Yes.
Whereas I think if we got to understand ukuthi nabo baphilile impilo ezithize, it's like the thing that, who's this lady that was with Kingpin on the panel show? I'm so bad for not remembering. She's famous.
Joanne.
Joanne. Oh
Yeah.
my God. I'm so sorry.
Sure.
The lady's pretty.
Hey, well, you've told me this very, very explicitly. No emotions.
I didn't say it explicitly, Sister Dube. He's exposing my DMs.
Okay.
I was going to DM.
When did I tell you that she was more than just being pretty?
No, when you walked through the door and you said, "Yo, that episode you had this Monday."
I don't watch it. I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it. You just said she's pretty. You didn't watch the episode.
So the thumbnail.
And then what did you see? Tasa mlungu.
Angithi uyabuka lapha
Tasa
endlini.
mlungu mfethu.
Angithi apha endlini bayambuka.
Oh. uDube agrees that umuhle lo sis.
Shayini isini mfethu ebuhlungu kanjani.
But she said
hurting.
she said something very,
It was such a painful scene.
very important for me. She said
Yeah,
ukuthi ekukhuleni kwakhe
Ngena la.
she had to embrace certain stages of her life. And being a teenager, bekufana experience lokho so that she can get to the next stage.
Sure.
But there was a certain clash that she had with her mother in those stages because uma wakhe kade feel ngazuthi rebellious.
Sure.
And she said she got disappointed because she felt like uma wakhe wayekhohlwa yena ukuthi wayenjani as a young person.
Yeah.
And I feel like we miss that a lot as black people who are being raised by our seniors because very rarely do these people expose that side to themselves. It's like to katupsha now. I mean, I had to learn, having smoked for a long time, actually my bali and my uncles were all smokers in high school, just like I was. Understand? That relieved so much.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh, so this thing, and for such a long time, it had to be this very shameful thing. But in Kenya, I'm saying, at some point, it was like, and then at some point, my body still hides that he smokes. But from that point,
Yeah, Baba Wage.
you know, but from that point, he even, no matter how hard he tried to hide, it's almost as if that veil got lifted.
Yes.
You understand?
It's liberating.
It's very liberating because I can't then also judge him. And I'm like, oh, when are you still...
When do you get
on
that
this train?
point? Because you spoke about Sisi,
Joanne.
and saying that there's there's stages.
Yeah, sure.
When do we accept that you are now an adult? At what point? Because I look at my eldest, preteen. So he's very rebellious and he pushes back. Yes. And I say, Ndanga, you must understand when you push back, I'm going to push forward. So now six of bonagala, and my job is to not fall back.
Yeah.
We were playing basketball, bro. Yes, as I was broken, I was seeing tears in his eyes. I was like, that's not my job. Your job is to beat me.
I think as Otaki, you get to that stage when they can completely validate that this person is financially able.
It's
in
not
most cases.
So I push back. It's not about finance. It's
No. But angithi kuze bathathe njengomuntu omdala ukhulile.
as the black community.
In the black community.
Okay. So a lot of the time it's money. I realize, Guti, on my journey, it has been once you say, fuck, what you think. I think in the world at large, when a Donald Trump says grab her by the pussy and still runs for president, that's when the world goes, this guy doesn't give a fuck. alright. When Kanye West makes that song, that anti-Semitic song that he just dropped, and he's like, I don't give a fuck.
But the program is not that though.
I'm saying, Oguti, I've seen it in my own family.
Yes.
When I was young and I'd say that guy was rude, that guy was disrespectful, that guy. Because you know, when you're a lot younger, and especially your teenage years, you judge your older cousins aggressively who are in their 20s, and you're like, he's so rude, he's so, can't believe. And then you realize, Guti, no, he was at that stage where he was saying, you will respect me.
Yes. Yeah.
I will walk into the kitchen, peg and bam. Because it's at that point where it's now, this is what I'll get. I don't want to be a 40-year-old man, 50-year-old man having to smoke behind a garage. You will respect me.
Yeah.
I might not have that home right now. I might not have that job. I might not have that salary. But that doesn't cost shit. And I'm just saying, Uti, this is me. This is me whether I'm saying I'm drinking. I'm not being rude with my drinking as well. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not being rude with my smoking. So I'm not blowing smoke in your face. That's also not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, Uti, you will accept me for who I am.
Yeah.
And who I am is this. And if you don't fuck with it, cool. Your way.
Givumelana now, but what I'm saying is that our program, generally as people, our program culturally is one of being very small, don't be too much. You understand? Yeah, it's like
Bruh, that's why we got colonized.
That's the program that we're on.
That's exactly why we got colonized. That making small.
I mean, I want you to reach a certain.
I think the only time I respect you is when you push back. I don't care about how big you are, how small you are, how financially strong you are. Once you stand on your principle, whether I agree with it or not, because there's a lot of things that I disagree with people. But you're like, look, if it means that I'll die on this hill, this is what it is. You know, I'm a Nazareth.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Jewish boy. I'm a this, I'm gay.
For sure.
And if you want to kill me because of that, cool, bro.
Yeah.
And once I can see that conviction, I've got nothing to say. Give me, I see you as window Tamfet. You are fully a man.
Yeah.
But if you're still going to be so impressionable and people are gonna talk about a nail and then now say Susage because of what they say, you'll never see them a Pick and Pay. Who's honey talk? But you say a fake. You have your lobola. Mock lobola. Is it a mock lobola? Is it a real lobola?
It also doesn't help that we're so tuned into like other people's opinions today.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
Yeah.
You know? Because I think for a lot of us also, kunzima to tune out of that. You have Vugekseni, you're on your phone and you interface with like hundreds of thousands of people's opinions and ideas on how to live life, you know? And then because sometimes it feels like, mine doesn't look as good.
It's so far from... Because when I post my life, I get 9 likes. And I look at these other 10 people and they get like thousands of likes. So like clearly, my life is not of that.
It's so crazy in that because I work with you guys on this podcast, there's been a thing and I was talking to Q about it and I was like, it's actually annoying. Yabana my stories, I shoot the behind the scenes here and you make stories and you tag me. Every single week I'll get 5 to like maybe 7, 8 requests for people to follow me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's weird because I a lot of those requests I don't want to accept because I'm like, I'm not even the guy for opinions.
Yeah.
I'm here and I'm having chats with you guys because I enjoy it.
Sure.
Not because ngifuna share opinion yami nomhlaba.
Yeah, sure.
Understand?
Yeah.
But by virtue of this being recorded, it's like, okay, it's cool. You guys are there, but I'm having a conversation with you guys.
Sure.
So by extension, people will get to hear me. But then I get the requests. It gets even weirder for me because it's like, me, I'll post like a picture once in a while.
Yeah.
And a story once in a while.
It's not accepting next.
I've got a very good friend of mine. He used to be very senior management okay, I can't talk about the school as well, but it's top IEP. You know, Case calls it its senior school for those that know a little bit about a little bit. But it's a very top boys' school, you know. And he used to be senior management and he was gay.
Okay.
When he was there. Well, he still is gay, but he's no longer there. Okay. And I remember I used to get so frustrated because I was like, you are acting all straight and all what's what. And he's like, but I work at a boys' school. I'm very much Christian. I was like, okay, sure. Then you can see a senior guy who works at boys' school who's also gay.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, you need to get to a point where you realize that you're not doing this just for yourself. Ideally, number 1, number 2, and number 3 is you and the liberation and being free from having to pretend. But how many kids are out there? How many kids are struggling with whatever they're struggling with, and they see you coming out, and they can also say,
yeah, but like Udubi, finding out with my back in the day.
Udubi,
it's like, oh, thank God. I'm not the only one. Sure.
I'm not the only person. So again, going to that, Udube is talking about how many people want to follow him, and all of a sudden, because there's people that relate to his energy. You know, there's people that also are. I feel I relate more to Udube than I can relate to Kibin.
Yes, that's a fact.
You know,
that is a fact.
I feel I relate more to Udube than I can relate to Mlotshwa. Whatever. And I actually want to fuck with this guy. And it's not even a situation where I probably don't even post as well. You know? So he doesn't post, I don't post. Fuck, that's cool. That's the reason why I'm following him.
Even more.
That's the reason why I'm following. Sure. Because he's actually backing the fact that I don't have to fucking post nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But now I'm following to say I'm part of the community, bro. I'm part of your community. I see you and I can relate.
Sure.
I don't know if that makes sense. Dude.
Yeah. That is true.
I'm just saying that because there's people that do relate with that.
No, but Mina, I'm telling you not to in a sense of some of us now we're here got a mistake in fact, you know. Like just like if it's ring, you know. We actually don't want to be out there. We just string on a machita. And the thing is, once you put it out there, it's like you have to give opinions about society and how men think.
Oh,
and
yes.
We're
under pressure.
We're under pressure.
Yeah, which man, you see me, I'm a psychologist.
I'm taller, man. You know, it's like what we were speaking about last week. I'm like, you know, the issue with the podcast now, it's becoming a man therapy. And in our minds, we were just talking.
Sure.
And then people boxed it to be something.
Sure.
And you're like, man, every week we must throw something about Amajita.
Yeah, this is how you need to. If you're a guy and you are going through erectile dysfunction, this is how you work on it.
But erectile dysfunction, you look like lemon.
Yeah, honey.
By carbon of
the honey, the turmeric.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I hate the fact that, and I think Ikrot was speaking about it with our convo, you know, the convo show with Ish. This thing has become a space where when you want serious chats with serious people, it happens here. Intellectuals. Can't they begin in to
Kenya Leon.
Kenya blind. Why don't you just want to ring on a band?
Yeah.
It ends there.
Yeah.
So now I'm in fact, this space now has become a men's space.
It was called a fair, baby. They like it.
They love it.
Don't bring women because women are.
Yeah, what are they?
And I'm aggressively trying to bring Uselpi on the show.
Yeah.
And I know that there's many people that are not gonna like Uselpi being here. But I was like, look, at the end of the day, you know, we're just trying to have fucking convos, bro. With different people from different walks, and we're trying to learn what we're trying to learn. Selfishly for ourselves first, and I'm sorry to say that, guys, this podcast, and I'm apologizing in advance. This podcast is selfishly just for us to chat as much.
Yeah.
And then secondary is if you guys want to plug in and enjoy. And we love listening to the comments, or reading the comments rather. Sure. And we love engaging, you know, but it has to be a space where we can also be us.
Sure.
Yabona manje sisitshela ngenkani. Don't bring that person. Ningadla ama chips, ningaphuza utshwala, ningaso. Yabona manje now it's no longer into yethu, you know? You understand? I mean, go kapisa ebusuku.
Yeah.
Now, like, so now you're literally living in a space where you can. It's for all of us.
Sure.
You know, but again, going back to what I was saying, Uguti, I don't want to be the point of your stress and your what. I bless and release. The same thing I say to you all day. The same thing I say to you time. You know, if I'm not welcome in this home, me as me, because because I enjoy the devil's nectar, then it's cool. It's your home. I can't fight you in your home. If you ever say to me, bro, you can't come here wearing tackies, and I say, well, I wear tackies, but it's your home. So then, sharp, I need to step back, bro. So I said that, and I was like, and I said that to a friend of mine. And I said, bro, you know, go home, because every time you go home, you know, go home and say, look, ain't no baby coming out of this bum hole. I take that back. But no pun intended there. He needs to go out and be honest, bro.
People have to, man. This thing of fearing our parents.
And those people that didn't love you to begin with, in my humble opinion, and those that love you, they might get angry, they might get frustrated, but with time, they will try to understand you because they love you.
Sure.
Yes, there might be a bit of gap, friction. I'm not saying you'll come out and be who you are, but you know, so fun by Christian, like so fun by Muslim. Yes, they'll come with friction, but with time they'll try and understand you. They'll eat bacon when you're not there.
True.
I think.
Yep. Are we closing it, Mlotshwa?
Dube must give us his last words.
Yes, sir.
No, I don't have any closing words.
Is it?
Huh?
Aye.
You don't have closing words?
No, I don't have closing words.
Oh.
Okay. No incremental growth, no nothing.
Like, I think I'm empty, bro. I don't have any encouragement. I don't have any wise words.
Never come with enough food.
Zero.
Okay. Do you have closing words? Now push up dope.
No. My thing is December period, man. And I think my thing is about try be with family, man. The people that you love, show that you love them, because I think it's one of the few times in the year when the world has said we can switch off. You don't have to come to work for however many days, 15 days or whatever. I'm a holiday.
Wait, are you switching off this December?
No. I'll switch off, boy. I'll only switch off. I'm speaking about people that they're like, oh, we'll spend family time.
I'm in sales, so I find out when the dates when people stop working.
Yeah.
Like we stop it from the 19th until like the 3rd. You see, from the 19th to the 3rd, I fucking double down. I will work.
Mina.
Times X, bro. Because now I'm like, it's almost like finding out, Tuguti, it's the rabbit in the hair.
Yeah.
And it's the tortoise in the hair, sorry. And then you find Guti from the 19th to the 22nd, the hair sleeps.
Yeah. Bro. Yeah. David Goggins says when it's on holidays, Christmas lawa, he goes on an extreme diet just to prove to himself that
I love it when people take leave and they take Oh, I love it, bro.
People spend time. And it's like what we're speaking about. You guys pissed me off last week, actually. You and your brother.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was speaking about people must spend time, they're like, who taught them? Who taught them? Who taught who fucking anything?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I said. No one in this clip mode, I didn't say anything. So shall I rewind? It's back. Shall I rewind? Them son, yes. Who fucking teaches the man that they must spend time with? Who taught them? But anyway, I got emotional. But it's okay. It is what it is.
These little gay tendencies.
No, if they're called gay, I love it. But spend time with your fucking family, man. And I know what we spoke about last week, which is a valid point. Who then teaches the man how to spend time with their kid? You've got 15, 20 days to try spend time with your family, you know, and you guys are right. Who teaches them? But all I'm saying is, man, just try and done. If intwana imele odlala idiski, cause ekhaya sinamafilies game. Ethembisa yabona. Hamba ubona intwana yakhe idlala idiski intwana. If it means you must take amabhiya wakho ubona intwana, that is something. Mara ukuthi ungayeda completely and the child knows you're on holiday. I think you're mkhawata. I think this time for me, I'm a holiday. Try by any means necessary.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
There are many reasons as to the why. And I think for me, for the kid, is the fact that the person that is close to me likes what I do.
Why
and I think that
me
builds
as a
character.
timer?
You know?
Why for me as a timer?
You know, my answer is very simple and you're going to hate it. Yeah, what I mean is the fact that after you make a decision about having a kid, your life is not about you anymore. And I know that's not an answer that pleases you, I think.
No, you're right.
But
I hate that.
Once you make...
Stupid.
In it?
No, you're right. That's a stupid answer.
Yeah, it is a stupid answer. Yeah.
So you are right.
Yeah. Yes. 100%. Thank God.
Yeah.
Once I believe that, you know, once you make certain decisions, you need to live up to it.
Because I pushed back on, I don't think it's a decision.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah.
For most people.
Yeah. For most people, you are correct. But you are in it. For most people, and I did put a disclaimer to say, for those guys that you say, my sister, I'm not speaking about those guys. There is a lot of men who say, I want to have a kid. But once it's time to take responsibility for the kid, they default to the easiest thing. I'm afraid I'm Saturday, Sunday, I'm a funeral, by society, those men I've got a problem with. Because you made a decision. You must live up to it. Because when that kid becomes a fucking... My man. No, I get it. No, wait. So you are separating Kishabile school.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you're separating from being a parent.
Yeah.
Because you are separating.
Because umsendeli morning after.
No, I get Mlotshwa did say that I'm not speaking about those guys, Mlotshwa.
Oh, no,
I'm speaking about guys who say, and there's a lot of them, I want a kid.
Sure.
But they're not willing to take the responsibility of what it takes to have a kid.
Sure.
And I'm saying to those guys, spend time with the kid.
Okay.
It was a conscious decision to have a child. Okay. Fucking raise the kids. Because when you don't raise the kids, it's us now must fucking raise that child in faith. Break into our houses because I know you don't want to be a present father. Shy. You know?
Break into houses.
Okay, raise the fucking child, dog.
At the same time.
No, I'm saying one of the reasons some of these kids are in this situation is because one of the parents or both parents who wanted to have this child, when it's time to take responsibility, they push back. Must be raised by how?
But that's a whole different podcast, because I think the whole topic of that podcast is what you expected, versus the reality of it.
So we must raise your child. I'm Texas where too much must go to your damn child.
So I'll give you an example.
When after the span, you're shy.
Do you know I'm shy. Do you know the concept of gentle parenting?
Yes.
So there's many educated, very involved parents that believe in in gentle parenting.
Yeah.
Do you know whose problem the result of gentle parenting is? Us as society. People, in my humble opinion, that believe in gentle parenting, they are just as dark as those that you are talking about that neglect their kids.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah, but these are people who have a master's degree. You having that
master's degree doesn't mean you're going to be a good parent.
But I'm saying it's because they're so invested. So they still go to ballet, they still go to what, they still pour, they every single thing. They just believe in gentle parenting, where there's no real consequence rather than just having a dialogue and a conversation.
Yes.
Those parents, are just as bad as those that neglect their kids. Okay. Because your problem is that we as a society have to raise your kids now.
Yeah.
Because now we as a society have to teach your kids consequence.
Yes.
That's a whole podcast, bro.
Sure.
I can talk about it for
years. And you did it. Because in Ngosiyako, I need to know the whole year how you born. How you born. December na ila. Spending time with your kid.
Sure.
In Ngosiyako, okay. After itiski, like Anton Yazin, if flop ya could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think I want to improve a so. Sometimes in fact it only takes that for Ingos, in fact. What, damn, man, this guy that I actually look up to. Upegi game A1.
Do you think your opinion will change as your daughter grows?
My
About what
opinion.
you're saying?
No, I mean, I'm very, how can I put it?
You do know that you will always get judged because of how much you invest time-wise into your work.
100%. No, I've accepted that, even.
That judgment.
Yeah, no. Saying I accepted it.
Okay.
Because I've there are certain levels of sacrifice and a certain level of, let me say this, there's a certain level of reach that you want for inyugo that comes with extreme sacrifices.
Sure.
You know? And I've studied the guys that I want to be at the level at. And most of them, the kids hate them. The wife, maybe when you're 50, 60, is like, when I'm fit, I learned what I span. I've studied those guys and I figured out, okay, if you want to reach that level, it means this is what's going to happen. And I've accepted it. And I'm okay with it. It's very dark.
Can I tell you what the golden thread has been with those guys?
Sure.
The lies that they say to their families.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, I've learned, because I've lost it. Ne? I've lost a family and what. The second you accept it, and then you tell them, because I look at my relationship with my kids. I look at my relationship with my kids. The moment I told them, they go, oh, okay.
Sure.
Yeah, one. So my eldest had this carol service last night, and he was playing the marimbas. So he's had other things close of here, and he calls me, time up. Today I've got carol service. You need to be there. I was like, no, Ntwana. He's like, Chief, I had this, I didn't bother you. This one is a non-negotiable. So we started this time, we ended this time. You need to make a plan. And then my only excuse was, okay, I'll be 30 minutes late. He's like, it's fine. I'm closer to the end. Perfect. He's gotten to a point where he understands now that I won't be at everything.
Yeah.
You know, so when he says, I need you at, I need to be. So he'll say it's cricket season. Chief, live your best life.
Sure.
He's like, hey, I've just been put in the A team it's my first game at the Ace. I know you're busy, but it's not that important. Come watch me. You watch this game, the next 3 games you don't have to watch.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh shit. And then when I watch these guys who are fighting with their families, like, oh, you didn't have that conversation with them. Because it reminds me of when I made all those empty promises.
Sure.
And then found myself stuck in back-to-back meetings and then missing out. And not going to see that recital, and not going to see that. And because it becomes a blur and there's so much activities, you don't know what is important to them.
Sure.
Sorry.
No, you just proven what I'm speaking about. At least in Osiako can have that chat.
No, but we not the
typical.
Yeah, I think
guy.
Tina, we parents out of trauma.
Sure.
You know, you didn't have access to your dad.
Yeah.
For the longest time.
Yeah.
You saw him and you looked at, so you will create a space where your daughter has access to you. So that's a trauma response. You know, the same thing with time or so.
Sure.
I think we parents out of trauma, but other people may not have the same experiences. So it becomes tough to sell. You'll speak, and you've spoken about this a couple of times, where you'll sleep in the bed with your daughter. And it's beautiful for you, you know. And I look at that in the sense of there's times where I wake up and I just watch my kids sleep. It's creepy, I get it, but I watch them and okay, you know, and I listen. Okay, good Lord, like, but again, it's a trauma response because we wish and we yearned for that.
Yeah.
I don't see a person like Usi is having those dynamics. He's got a different challenge that he has to face when it comes to his access to his father and that relationship.
Sure.
So all 3 of us have a different story to sell around parenting. Hence why I said it's a podcast on its own.
True. I believe in responsibility. Amy, Mlotshwa, that's the thing that every single day I'm like, okay, you opened up a business. You are fucking responsible for these people. It means you mustn't go to certain spaces. You mustn't be in spaces where you're going to be fighting with people. You mustn't be in these certain types of, so I choose not to be in those spaces because I made a choice, and that choice comes with consequences. And most people don't want to face those consequences. But once you make a decision, I think sometimes the life I make is simple.
Some people aren't even aware of the consequences.
Okay. No, that's very
fair.
fair.
I'm a victim.
Sure. I see where you're going. But yeah, amen. That's my closing things, Mali.
Your closing thing took an hour, bro.
I'm sorry. Once you make a certain decision, you need to live up to it, bro. I'm still fine. The other thing is that I think most people, they are finding themselves while they're adults. And I think that's another thing that is killing a lot of us. That because ngiyasithola nami self ntwana ngiyasithola manje ufuna manje you parent nawe mfethu.
So biologically,
I knew that I was going to go somewhere else.
Your prefrontal cortex fully develops at age 25, 26.
Ungaqhami before 25 again.
Yeah, so you're still a little bit of a baby if you are under the age of 25.
Okay, cool.
Because this prefrontal cortex is your decision-making factory.
Sure.
Anyway.
Close it, Mlotshwa.
My closing, Mpela, I want to hinder on the gents that are stuck, the sisters that are stuck. Guys, there's something that Usizwe was talking about, incremental growth. Find something that is measurable over the next 6 months in which you can grow in that space, It might be something that looks silly to the next person, like learning how to take Ebola or to play the guitar. I don't know what it is. But it's something that can actually show that you are worthy of growth and getting out. Caesar spoke about something as nebulous as a sauna. That might not speak to you, but he knows how he feels as he endures what he needs to endure to actually grow in that space, and it becomes more mental, So when we take Ebola, something very silly, and I'm sorry about this example, utri namhlanje, and then over 2 weeks you find yourself with Usugu 15, and then by 2 months later you find yourself at Usugu 50. It shows that you are able to grow and become a better version of yourself. And you just need to keep at it in whatever you have chosen for incremental growth, So whether it is saving $2 a day, by the time you look up, you've got $60 by the end of the month, you fast forward that 6 months later, it looks a lot different. So again, guys, if you are stuck, find something measurable, keep at it. That's my wisdom of the week, Yeah. But guys, I some days the podcast feels like a job, and in the conversation I forget that, and it comes back to being a job, and I forget that, and it comes back, But I always appreciate the fact that guys are authentic, and guys are genuine, and guys are real, and we talk about whatever,
Yes.
So, I'm good.
Thank you. Cut this shit, man. God damn.